talented, known for going for these really hardcore reads, and then he plays Gandorf, which, you know...
Big fan.
Yeah, you know, kind of a huge X factor on that character as well, because with Ganon, you know, one hit can seal a stock at like 60%. But, you know, I think there's a lot of really good players here. And it's looking like Ares is going to be going with the Kirby here.
Interesting.
So Ares and Roxy hopefully going to be kicking it off here soon. Every set throughout this tournament is going to be a best of 3. So looking forward, these are going to be pretty fast-paced matches. We're going to roll through it pretty quick, but it is still a double elimination tournament. So after losing one set in the winner's bracket, which is what you're watching right now, they will have another chance to run it back through loser's side in order to make it farther in the tournament. So hopefully we will be looking forward to starting this match about now.
Let's see it. Picking the skins.
Of course. And the skin is very important, has a lot of impact on the gameplay, especially with someone like Bowser Jr. Because you have all these options. You got, you know, Lemmy, you got Roy, you got Bowser Jr., of course.
Classic.
Yeah, that classic.
Gotta be some others. There's the girl one.
Alright, going into this match, we're going to be starting off right now. And it's looking like we're going to be playing on Battlefield. This is a classic here. Those 3 platforms are actually going to allow Bowser Jr. to get these long, upwards vertical combo strings. You can see he's going for it right now, but a reset to neutral with the down air from Kirby.
Yeah, we're definitely just looking to see how Kirby can get in here on the projectile spam of Bowser Jr.
And you can see that something Roxy is doing is he's controlling the stage as much as possible, using that down B, the little gremlin that's going to be walking across the stage. And see right there, and he opts, instead of going for a punish on that forward smash, to try and get a little more stage control, get some time to bring out those items.
Yeah, we gotta see Kirby here push the advantage. That'd be good for Ares. But he lets him back on stage.
And that kind of brings a good point, because something Kirby does have in this matchup that is really important is those multiple double jumps. And you can see a lot of times his approaches are coming vertically or from underneath. Whenever Roxy is going to be in the air on that Bowser Jr., Kirby has a decisive advantage because he has so much mobility. And he's going for the copy here, actually going to try and play a slower game, throwing out these projectiles, playing very slow, looking for poke damage, trying to get him to a higher percent in order to kill, because Kirby can definitely struggle with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really just a lot of neutral game here. You know, Lemmy's at high percent here, so we gotta see how Kirby's gonna finally get the kill.
And Lemmy is opting to play pretty slow here, opting to land on those platforms, hopping from platform to platform, trying to dodge any of those Kirby kill moves, and it's working out so far. Ooh.
Landed right in that.
Gets a bad punish on the landing though, goes for a laggy forward air. Not good enough. Well, the drag down.
Saved by the gremlin though. Hits it.
Drag down actually does do more damage because he lands him on the gremlin right there. So a really good play coming out from Ares on this Kirby. And the reset to neutral coming through. Gonna go for these vertical combos once again. Bowser Jr. has so much kill power off those uppers, baits out the down air, but not gonna get a follow. He's going to hit him in tiny Bowser Jr. form. No power needed.
Ares has definitely got to get in faster, so he's got to watch out for those cannonballs, because he lost there because he took so much shield damage at the beginning, and he couldn't really hold his position. Yeah.
And we're going to be back to a 2-stock game here, but you can see Roxy's kind of getting desperate here. Almost gets clipped by that up B from the Kirby. Would have taken him out at a very early percent, but manages to live, and now he's just looking for some of this combo game. He's got Kirby at a low percent, and although Kirby can be pretty light, Bowser can still hit 3 or 4 of those up tilts and up airs in a row, which is going to even up this game. So he's fishing for that right now, playing very slow, trying to bait out an option. Gets the punish with the side B, but he's actually...
That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice.
Drag down into up smash into the teabag.
The teabag, oh, brutal.
And now you can see Ares is really just feeling himself. He's throwing hard reads. He calls out the side B, times it perfectly, goes for another drag down, misses the grab, but gets the punish for his spot dodge.
Ares is playing good right now. Yeah. Lemmy's looking a little boom. Gotta get back into this one.
And Lemmy is trying to steal his stock early right now. You see he's throwing out a lot of these smash attacks in neutral. He gets very, very close to losing these stocks so early when he goes off stage like that. Kirby's down air is an option that you really have to respect.
Ares is going for the swag right now, dude. He's going for the suck off the stage. That's brutal.
And you know, this is a classic Kirby move.
Oh, he really
wants
it.
For it.
Oh.
Going to be challenging him in the air because, as we know, Kirby has a huge strong suit whenever he's fighting in the air because he has, like, I think 6 jumps, and all of these aerial moves are multi-hits, so it's very hard to dodge around them.
Could bring it back here from Lemmy though. I mean, Bowser Jr. has a lot of kills. And there it is.
There it is. And now it's a 1-stock game, although Lemmy's at a very bad percent deficit here. But again, Bowser Jr. does have a really good vertical combo game. It's just he's been struggling to get in and actually get those openings that he needs. But again, throwing down the down B, the little gremlin, going to give him a lot of control of the stage right now. Gets the get-up attack. Gets the side B. This could be a combo starter, but he drops it.
Oh, another drag down. Yikes. Aries is looking good there, but once he started trying to go for the swag, it didn't really go so well. So I think you just gotta, play by the fundamentals here, and we'll see how it goes. But I think we got a chance to bring this one back.
Yeah, we love a confident player, but sometimes you get a little bit too into it. You go for clips a little bit more than you should, and then games get a little bit more even. We saw Roxy was actually managing to make a little bit of a comeback, started getting a lot more damage into those later rounds once Aries really started going for harder offstage punishes and big drag down forward smash reads. But now going into game 2 here, we're going to be running it back onto Battlefield. So we're going to see how is Roxy going to be able to adapt in order to bring this one back. Goes for the side B off the start. It's going to be a huge combo starter, but again, he's not getting anything off of these.
Yeah, I mean, really, Roxy's got to be playing a little bit further back here. He's pushing the advantage of his working out. Oh, and he just drops right into that. I don't know what Aries was thinking there.
But now Roxy's really playing to his strong suit, and Aries isn't dodging around as much as he should be. That's a big offstage punch. He's using his projectiles to his advantage as much as possible. And you see, it's moments like this where Aries is trying to approach him from the ground, where Aries really starts folding under the pressure because he gets hit with the Gremlin and the dash attack. That puts a lot of shield pressure on him. Luckily going to be able to convert it into a grab, but now it's a reset the neutral.
Yeah, definitely, if Roxy keeps playing like this, playing a little bit further back, playing a little bit safer, it should start going to play a little bit more.
And Roxy opting for these ledge traps, but a little bit too far out there. Again, he could really benefit from just playing a lot safer. And the hammer is the hard read there. Almost going to be sealing that stock. A very powerful option. Kirby really strong.
This is by like 1 frame.
Oh my. No. Spot dodge down smash. A lot of coverage.
Play further back here. Aries just like, whenever he gets close, he just dies. Okay, well that's good.
But Roxy calls out the landing on the platform with a strong aerial. Bowser Jr. has a lot of kill power on both that flyer and that back air. Bowling ball versus Kirby's like 2-pound balloon body. Barely makes the recovery there off the up B. Going for the drag down grab, but he's going to be missing it. This is the timing now.
Yeah, Roxy just got to get out of these situations. He's getting stuck in the corner and he can't really do anything.
And Aries goes to grab the projectile, but ends up just giving up stage control as he doesn't actually grab it and loses a little bit percent too. Going to be punishing that down B with the forward air. And now offstage drops the bomb on him. And Roxy is actually clawing his way back in Smash, but he goes for a read and gets punished for it hard. And it's moments like this where Roxy really starts to lose control of the game. Is he'll have a really, really strong opening, but then he'll just decide to kind of throw it away a little bit in order to go for a hard read. And I guess
there's a hard
reward. Again, high risk, high reward. When it works, Don't listen to the casters.
Classic caster curse.
Exactly. And for the first time, I think this entire set, Roxy is actually at a stock lead.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely think one key here will be Roxy going for these ledge traps off stage, because Kirby has really linear recovery, and so Bowser Jr. can really spam out with those ledge traps, and it might work out for him.
Oh, and again, the Gremlin's going to be saving him. Having that Gremlin out on stage has been the difference maker a lot of the time for Roxy. Even though he loses the stock there, he's built up 41% off of those Gremlin interactions, and again, another 8%, and this really adds up over time. He's going to be dropping the bomb in neutral, but that's going to be an easy punish for Aries here on the Kirby. Goes for the jab, but doesn't actually get the follow-up, and then gets the dash attack called out by the side B.
Oh, misses the ledge trap, that just good.
And again, Roxy has now really found a flow here, because you see that every time he resets to neutral, he's giving space and then coming back with a strong option. For example, that dash attack right there crosses up the shield, and Aries isn't able to react. Almost sends him off the top of the blast
zone. He can't be in those situations. He needs to stop going to the side B. Oh.
And the classic Aries, spot dodge down smash. I mean, really just a bread and butter for this guy on this Kirby.
Definitely winnable for Roxy, though. I think that if he just focuses more on his spacing a little bit.
Well, maybe in the losers bracket.
Yeah, I'm expecting a big losers bracket run from Roxy here. I think he plays a little bit better in neutral, and it should be pretty good from him.
And it's looking like the winner of this set is actually going to go on to play Nolan Harris, who has a bye in the first round, so definitely one of the stronger contenders. But we are going to see, unfortunately, Roxy be knocked down to the losers bracket early, as Aries will progress onwards into the winners bracket. Moving forward, we're going to be setting up our next match here shortly, which I believe is going to be, I could be wrong, but it's going to be Eddie versus Winston Bruce. And Eddie is a player that we've actually seen play a lot before for Apollo Junior High. We know that he's known for going for these hard reads on his Little Mac. He really likes stage control. He plays a very simplistic style, but with Little Mac, it can be very effective. You have those fast, powerful options. So going against Winston Bruce here, who we don't have a lot of information on, Eddie has at least somewhat of a solid chance, but we do know that at a higher level of play, Little Mac can get called out a lot.
I think this is going to depend a lot on what Winston plays here. because, you know, Little Mac obviously doesn't have very good favorable matchups in this game. So it's really going to depend on what Winston plays and, you know, how Eddie will handle this neutral game, because he really loses the neutral on Little Mac, and he cannot get off stage.
Yeah, I mean, Little Mac he's one of the most punishable characters in the game, because all of his aerials do like 3% tops and get you pretty much nowhere when you hit someone with it. And on top of that, has what is by far, in my opinion, the worst recovery in the game. I mean, he goes up 2 inches with his up B.
Yeah, gotta be up there.
He doesn't even have magnet hands. He can barely even grab the ledge. So, it could definitely be a tough matchup for Eddie, especially if Winston is playing someone like a zoner. For example, like, I think this is a matchup that Roxy would have thrived in, because you have those projectiles to really just zone out Little Mac and force him to be approaching you at all times. And without the option of being able to approach aerially, I mean, you saw how many times Ares was losing neutral every time he tried to approach Roxy on the ground. And with Little Mac, you can kind of apply that same concept. It's something that works universally in Smash.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Eddie, what you want to see here is you want to see some kind of brawler character, one with not the best neutral, or not with not the best aerial attacks. Hopefully, someone who can't really edge guard you too well. That would be the best matchup here. But, you know, Little Mac is really like a momentum character. You got to keep up the momentum, hit those KO punches, and really you just can't let your opponent get back into the game, or else it's going to be bad for it.
And it's looking like we're going to be running it onto Battlefield here.
Battlefield again. Not the greatest map for Little Mac, but, you know, what is? There it is.
Yeah, and there it is. Eddie's going to be locking the Mac. And it looks like he's...
Another Kirby.
Winston is another Dark Kirby player, unless something is wrong here. I think we just got two Dark Kirby players in the lobby.
In a row. It is the best Kirby skin, so, you know, objectively.
But I'm just going to assume we're right, and that this is Winston versus Eddie here. So, going on first, we got Eddie starting with a jab, but he's actually going to chase onto the platform here, putting himself in a little bit of a disadvantage. But it doesn't matter, because right now, Winston is really folding under the pressure, goes for a hard read, but misses.
Yeah, Eddie should definitely be focusing, staying on the main platform at the bottom. As soon as he goes to the platforms, he's got a big chance of losing that. That's a super punishable move. Kirby's got to get right on that. Winston's got to get right on that.
Yeah, and it's really, if you're Winston here, it's about riding the line as much as possible, because Little Mac has a lot of very punishable moves. It's just, if you don't space yourself properly and you do get hit, you're going to be taking huge damage. As you see right there, at 75 on the platform, nearly gets knocked out of the blast zone. And now Kirby is going to be at kill percent, especially since he's so light. He needs to watch out for these smash attacks. Again, really just throwing out these fast options in neutral. And Winston's hard reads with the side B are not working out for him.
KO punch coming up here. Let's see what he does with it.
KO punch is online, but, you know, it is definitely possible.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
KO punch gone, so no comeback factor here, really.
And again, that's just another example. Matt goes in the air, it is all over for you. Anytime you go in the air, you are going to be getting punished huge unless your opponent folds under the pressure or you're in an extremely safe position. But now the reset to neutral, again, Kirby's at a very high percent here, keeps opting for these dash attacks, not going for the hard read on the smash attack yet. I guess trying to avoid some sort of long aerial combo. Goes for another dash attack with the DI.
Yeah, I mean, really, Kirby should be a kill percentage of like 70 against Little Mac. So playing these long strat out, or like these long fights is definitely good for Kirby. It's not very good for Little Mac.
And really, I think it is just Eddie is not fully committing as much as he should be. I think after getting punished so hard on that last stock, he's now playing far more safe than he should be. For example, you saw that all these times he's calling him out in the air, he's going for example, like forward airs, which don't send him far, but if he goes for an upbeat, he would be ending these stocks faster. I mean, regardless, he does end up getting that stock, and it's not going to be back to a relatively even game. He's out of Kirby's, like, long horizontal combo percent, but the up tilt into dash attack gonna get some early damage.
Exactly, and Kirby can just camp these platforms, and there's really nothing Little Mac can do to punish. Like, as you saw there, he used his down B, and he was stuck on the platform, but Little Mac can't get up there fast enough to do anything about it.
And Eddie actually found a little neat bit of counterplay right there. You see that Winston is going for these hammers all the time, and so he responds by going for a side
KO punch back in it.
On the platform. I mean, that's going to be a quick stock, and you hit the sweet spot of that KO punch, it is over for you. And but Little Mac moment right there, ladies and gentlemen.
You hate to see it.
That is why if you go off stage as Little Mac, you know, you just wrap it up. Go to the next stock.
Definitely, I think that that Winston's figuring out here that he's just got to play on these platforms to win. And there's really, like, there's no punish that Eddie can do.
Yeah, and I think Eddie's trying to counter that by playing on the platforms whenever he's able to as much as possible. Like you see, sometimes he just lands on these platforms and then goes for smash attacks to try and deny him from getting into that habit. It's going to hit a big F smash right there, and that's going to bring it back to an even game. But honestly, I would say Mac has a pretty strong advantage here. He's the KO punch online. KO punch would absolutely end this, and it goes through shield. Gonna be
Oh,
looking to
man.
spin that, and he just sends it straight up, calls out the hammer. He's not even gonna give him time to react, and he's just gonna send that. That's gonna be an easy game.
Eddie's got to stop going for these hammers because he keeps going for the hammers on main. Or oh yeah, sorry. Winston's got to stop going for these hammers because he keeps going on the main platform at the bottom, which is where Little Mac thrives, and obviously he has that super armor when he throws out a smash attack. So really, what Winston should be doing here is just camping the platforms, playing it slow, throwing out some aerials in neutral, and then trying to punish off of that.
Yeah, exactly. But you see, like, a lot of the time, I mean, we're getting really early kills here. I mean, both of these players are going for extremely hard reads on each other. For example, like you saw a really early stock come off for Winston when he just sent that hammer in neutral, but then a couple of KO punches are also stealing these stocks. So I think really these players have to just mix up their options a lot more to avoid getting red like that in the first place. Going into the second game, we're going to be playing on the Battlefield version of Pokemon Stadium 2, oddly enough.
Yeah, I mean the music's good. That must be it.
Yeah, true. Honestly, I always pick on stages for the music anyways. Gonna be whipping that jab in neutral, gonna take a lot of percent from the Kirby's down B. Now going for that dash attack, trying to extend onto the platform, but gets called out for it. Again, those weak hitboxes from Mac are really tough to overcome as a Mac player.
Absolutely, and really what Eddie should be doing here is just like I said, camping this main platform. Whenever Kirby goes for these hammers and these down Bs, they're super punishable by Little Mac, and obviously Kirby's already a kill percent here. So next one of those, he just punishes with the smash attack, and that's a stock.
Eddie gonna be looking for the neutral B here. A really high risk, high reward option, can kill very early, but would really like to see him be going for these smash attacks here. He knows that on almost every single landing, Winston is throwing out either a hammer or some sort of smash attack, some sort of punishable move. So what he could do here is just utilize the armor of his smash attacks to power straight through it. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to use that F to call out the landing option early. Hits him with the 1-2, and he is one tick away from having a KO punch online. And there it is. This could be a very, very huge lead. He's going to send it.
He needs to hit like 2 more hits and he would have got the kill.
Oh, no.
70%.
He overplays his welcome in the air and then gets hit straight up by the down B. That is really unfortunate. That's going to bring it back to an even game, which, you know, if you're Eddie right now, you've got to be hurting. Because that KO punch was your opportunity to lead by 2 stocks in this game, and now that has faded away instantly.
Absolutely, but Kirby's at kill percent here, so he could still bring it back pretty quick. So the KO punch did still get some value. On one hit, he got like 60%, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, whiffs the hammer, responds with the dash attack, and now Winston playing patient, sitting on these platforms. He goes for the counter, but the up B is actually going to go above the counter's hitbox, so he's not going to get any value, and again, returning to neutral here. He's going to call out the down B with the forward smash, and that's going to be a quick stock. And now Eddie has a strong lead here. He has the KO punch online. Thankfully, Winston's not going for the edge guard here.
Oh, he's whiffs it.
Whiffs it in neutral, but that's okay. He's still getting percent here. Extends onto the platform. That's a quick 40.
Yeah, I think Eddie should be going for these counters a little bit more because obviously Winston's just throwing out these down Bs and these hammers. That's a really easy counter for the counter at Little Mac. Literally.
Indubitably, my good sir. And now we see that a full clean stock lead for Eddie right here. Gonna have them both at 80%, but Eddie with an extra stock to spare. And Winston's gonna keep going through these reads, throwing out the hammer, trying to seal an early stock in order to claw his way back.
Desperate right now.
Yeah, but Eddie is now responding with these grabs, which is an option he hasn't been throwing out until now in this game. And now these grabs are really very quick options for Little Mac, just being able to punish these down.
Oh, he thought he was gonna land on a platform there.
Yeah, does not react to the down B, unfortunately. Going for the up air, but
He's
it's a
going for
dangerous
the up
spot.
B.
If he sends an up B here, he knows he's going to get punished for it, but, you know, if you want to go high risk, high reward, that's the way to do it. Instead, choosing to just keep throwing out these dash attacks, trying to get into a higher percent to guarantee a kill. Goes for an F smash, but whiffs.
This should be it. Oh, it goes for a grab.
The grab, unfortunately, Little Mac does not have a kill throw.
Obviously, no edge guard from Little Mac either, so
Winston is going to be playing slow, dropping with the hammer. Eddie responds to the dash attack, and bad DI is going to seal this set.
2-0 Eddie?
2-0 for Eddie. Okay. And Eddie's going to be continuing on into the winner's bracket. He will play the winner of Lynn Valentine and Harry Wang. And Winston will be moving down to the loser's bracket to play against someone else who our bracket is not currently displaying. But moving forward here, we are actually going to be going to a break. We will continue with more of the winner's bracket very soon. We'll be right back with the RAMily Smash Invitational at Apollo Junior High. Hello everybody and welcome back once again to the RAMily Smash Invitational here at Apollo Junior High, hosted in their esports arena. And we are now going to be looking to the losers bracket where we have Jacob Treadwell and Tracy Whittaker, both losing in round 1 but trying to get a run back in order to make a deeper run in this tournament bracket here. So what do you expect going into this matchup?
Well, at least from what we saw earlier, it's looking like we're going to have Tracy on the Ness and then Jacob on the Lucas, which would be an interesting matchup because, you know, obviously both from Mother. Could be an interesting matchup because, you know, kind of some spammy characters. A lot of similarities here, so it'll be fun to see, you know, we could decide who is the best, you know, Mother player here at Apollo Junior High.
True. And, you know, we have a third player somehow.
Oh, that'll be sick.
Yeah, you know what? We're getting a little creative here, but so yeah, we see Tracy is put on this tag, and that kind of confirms for us that player 2 is going to be Tracy, who is our Ness player. And in general, the character Ness is held in a lot higher regard than Lucas. That's because he has pretty much just like, he's a very, very oppressive character. Despite his size and his weight, he has aerials that are really, really spammable. A lot of them are multi-hits and can combo into each other. And his projectile game is super strong. You know, there's kind of the meme about Ness players spamming PK Fire, but it really can be racking up 50%. Even at some of the highest level of play, it's really hard to avoid. So we're going to be starting off looking like we're going to be going to Battlefield here. Those 3 platforms going to allow for very good vertical combos and platform extensions.
Yeah, definitely looking for some setups here off PK Fire, just like that. Maybe some combo starters off of it, something like that.
And you can see right away, this is going to be a very fast-paced matchup. They're both throwing out reads in the middle of like throwing out these dash attacks, these super quick options, going for smash attacks right there, as you saw Jacob do on his Lucas. And again, everything here is just going to be much faster paced than these past 2 matches, because these characters have insane frame data, almost gets the shield broken, but responds with the F smash just in time. And we're actually going to see a decisive lead for Tracy right now, using those projectiles to zone him out, and that double jump height allows him to chase really high into the skies. And especially on a stage like Battlefield where you can extend off the platforms, that is a huge advantage for Ness.
Yeah, definitely Lucas here has a lot of comeback potential though. Those smash attacks do a lot of damage, can kill a really low percent, especially on Ness, who's one of the lighter characters in the game.
Yeah, and again, he's going to be just kind of walking up behind him, hitting him with a smash attack. He actually eats the freeze, and that's going to take him back to 36% from 60. That is such a huge play from Tracy. And it's crazy to think just how different this game might be going right now if the shield had broken with Jacob's smash attack in the first stock. So you can really see how well Ness just carries that momentum going into the match.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jacob really needs to be using some more of these projectiles here. He's definitely using the neutral B a lot, but I want to see some more like up Bs from him. Some more PK Fires would help a little bit too. He needs to get these setups going.
Yeah, you can see that Jacob's playstyle here is really like, he plays very brawly in a way. Even though he has those strong projectile options, he's really going for a lot of these just fast-paced aerials, throwing out a lot of grabs, F smash and up smash reads, which is going to be a very difficult adjustment, I think, for Tracy to make.
Yeah, that down smash, Lucas's down smash and up smash lasts like 5 seconds and they take up like half the stage. So it's always a good option to throw that out sometimes, just randomly in neutral, and hope your opponent walks into it.
Yeah, and I just want to say, this is actually something that you see very rarely, but Tracy is really utilizing his healing ability on the down B to the maximum potential. He's healed, I think, 70% in this game alone, just off of eating the PK freezes that Jacob keeps throwing out. So Jacob really has to be careful here. Maybe that's why he's been avoiding these projectiles in the first place. He's going to land a nice PK Fire there, trying to chase onto the platform, but whips, and he's going to roll behind him, hit him with the F smash. This could finally be an opportunity for Jacob to really seal up this stock.
Yeah, definitely using the PK freeze is really readable for Tracy here. I think that if he swaps to using some more of the fast, that takes it.
Chases him into the sky. Tracy using his up B, really taking advantage of the range that can provide, allowing him to cover Jacob's options from anywhere on the stage, chasing him all the way up into that blast zone, and now extending with these aerials on the platforms. This is the Battlefield specialty right here, and this is where Ness can be really scary because a lot of these are multi-hits. You have so much time to extend that combo, and it's very, very easy to react to where your opponent is going to DI.
Right, and Jacob's looking like, I mean, he's down 3 stocks here. He's really got to get this stock quickly here. He's got to try and get the momentum back on his way a little bit. And he just keeps feeding him percent back.
That is, I think, 90% on this stock alone that Tracy has earned back just from using that down B on the PK freezes. This is a super underutilized move. You don't see Nesses really use that move for much else than advanced movement techniques, but the healing ability of that when you're going against a projectile as strong as PK freeze can really start to add up over time. I think that's Jacob's biggest peril right now. He's going to get hit with a PK Fire to dash attack, moves back around with the up and chases into the sky. That is a clean conversion from Tracy. Going to be 3-stocking Jacob in this first match.
Yeah, and remember, this is losing bracket, so Jacob here really needs to adapt. He needs to start learning what works against his opponent. He needs to start maybe throwing out some more projectiles. Stop going for these hard reads that aren't really going to work against a character like Ness too much, and start trying to get his neutral game going, his combo game going, and try and punish these plays from Casey.
And, it's really kind of hard to believe that we're in round 1 of losers bracket right now, especially considering just how dominant Tracy was on that Ness in the first game. I mean, he had every single option coming out at the right time. He barely got red, and he was able to kind of min-max off of his opponent's projectiles in order to remove a lot of the damage that was dealt to him. And so it really honestly just kind of makes you be afraid of players like who did he lose to?
Who did Tracy lose to?
It really makes you afraid of players like Cameron Eichen, who's already in winners semifinals of this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
But now, going into another game here, Tracy already taking a decisive lead at 63%. Going to be calling out the recovery, chasing him down, applying that pressure, and that's going to be an early stock for Tracy.
Definitely, I think we're going to be looking at a pretty good Tracy losers bracket run here. Maybe should have been seated a little bit higher, we're thinking. But, he's looking pretty good in this game.
That being said, you never know. Jacob on this Lucas definitely has comeback potential here. You saw he just got a really nice read. It's just he needs to watch his projectiles because it would have been a much closer game last time if he doesn't get the PK freezes eaten. And once again, Tracy going to be earning back 30% on that stock, regaining his lead off of one button press.
Right, and that roll punish with the PK fire was perfect. He should have gone punished that with an aerial, but instead he tries to punish it with another PK freeze. And Tracy just takes that every time.
Tracy is so good at just knowing his options, like the back of his hand. And again, throwing out that PK fire, going to convert it into a grab. The double jump forward air chases with the projectile. Actually, okay. Jacob is going to kind of take a page out of Tracy's book here. He's going to be eating that projectile with his down B, but going to be eating a down smash directly after.
Oh,
now trying to make a recovery, but drifts too low. Tracy applies pressure off stage, and
that's it. I mean,
this is a very difficult spot if you're Jacob on this Lucas right now. You kind of have to be praying for a miracle here. You've got to reverse the restock, come back to me.
Definitely, I'm cheering for Jacob to get at least one stock here. Let's see it.
I think Jacob
He's got to punish that.
Jacob takes that page out of his book. He's learning.
But then he throws out his neutral B of his own. So really, oh, he keeps going for these up smashes, but they're so slow.
And Tracy on this Ness really just zoning him out. Really, he found like a really nice flow between throwing out projectiles and aerials and chasing him up to the top of the blast zone. Hits the downer kick, but doesn't get to follow it up. And now Jacob going to be resetting to neutral here. He pops the PK freeze early to try and bait out an option, ends up shielding a forward smash, but does not get a punish. They trade out on stage, but both of them are gonna live. Jacob throwing out that PK fire definitely has a lot of kill power when compared to Ness. Gonna be chasing offstage with the aerial. Goes for pressure, but doesn't actually follow through. And Tracy's gonna be able to reset the neutral once more. Goes for the grab. The up throw is definitely going to seal it. A very nice kill throw option from Lucas there. Makes that grab really worth it to go for, especially in neutral.
One interesting thing in this matchup, actually, that could be a comeback factor for... Oh, what? Well, never mind.
It could have been a comeback factor, but Tracy throws out an F smash. I believe they both threw out an F smash at the same time, but Tracy's came out just a slight bit earlier, so he was just a little bit quicker to act, and I feel like that's really just the theme of this set at the end of the day. Excuse the stutter.
At least you got the names right, okay?
Yeah, true. Well, that's really just been the theme of this set, is that everything that Tracy was doing on this Ness, it seemed to be, harder, better, faster, stronger, in the words of my GOAT, Kanye West.
The GOAT.
And, and because of this, you saw that a lot of times he was extending these combos, getting out options way before Jacob had an opportunity to respond on this Lucas. And it seems like every time that Jacob was throwing out a strong projectile, Tracy was right there with the down B, and he ended up clawing back, I think, well over 150% over the course of this best of 3 set, just off of using down B alone. So it really shows the power of just knowing your character well, because having that option on the table, even though it's severely underutilized by most Ness players, you saw Tracy make a really good case as to why this move is a lot stronger than many would think, because eating those PK freezes really let him keep his advantage throughout the entire set.
And definitely another difference I think in that game was Tracy's his punish was just so much better than Jacob's, because Tracy would just go in, he'd get those combos started, he'd punish with like a quick hit, whereas every time Jacob would have a chance for a punish, he'd get him off stage, he'd get him in a bad situation, he'd just use that neutral beat and it just get eaten right away. So really his punishes were helping Tracy throughout the game.
Absolutely, and I believe we are going to be seeing another losers bracket match coming up soon here, although it is currently unconfirmed. We don't have anything on schedule yet. Well, we're gonna actually go to a quick break, and we're gonna be coming back soon with more losers bracket action. So everybody, stay tuned, and we will see you soon for our next match here at the RAMily Smash Invitational. Hello everybody and welcome back to the RAMily Smash Invitational at Apollo Junior High. We are now going to be going into the winner's semifinal of the Smash bracket here today, and starting off with our first match is going to be Aries Tristan versus Cameron Eichmann. Now we've seen Aries before on stream and we know he plays this Kirby to a very high level. So what are your thoughts going into this matchup?
Well, Aries obviously played pretty well today, and we're already in winner semis, so these guys have proven themselves to be pretty good throughout the tournament, right? But Cameron, I mean, we don't know who he plays, but he's looking up to be kind of like a beast because who did he beat again?
He beat Tracy, who we just saw in loser's bracket, and he was looking very strong. He 3-stocked, I believe it was Jacob on the Lucas, and then 2-stocked him in the next game with a really swift 2-0. So to think that Aries' opponent, Cameron Eichmann, has been 2-0ing the guy who looked really, really strong in loser's bracket, you know, it makes me a little bit worried for what Aries is going to do here. We also don't really have any information on Cameron as far as who he plays. He hasn't been on stream yet today, and we haven't seen him on a past broadcast. So this guy, he could probably be a dark horse to win the whole thing. With the way that he's been playing so far in this bracket, to make it all the way to winner's semis against some of the best players that we've seen so far on stream, you know, this could be a very, very tough matchup for Aries to prevail in.
Yeah, definitely thinking that Cameron's probably going to be the favorite for this match. But if we see Aries pull out what he did before earlier, he's got to stay in the advantage. He's got to start rushing down, get these drag down combos going, and try and get the kills early on.
Yeah, and I think there's actually a little bit of an X factor to Aries, because as we saw in our first set with Aries, every time he took a stock, he would find a way to like kind of get in his head. So I think winning on the mental game is actually one of Aries' strong suits, because you saw he was like teabagging, he was kind of being a little bit bad-mannered in his winner's round 1 match. So he came into the bracket extremely confident. So, you know, maybe that could be a factor that's going to turn this set around for Aries.
Definitely a spunky kind of player, like that guy. He'd make a good Ganondorf player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm a big Ganondorf fan.
Big
myself.
Ganon guy.
Yeah, you know, a bit of a Ganon enjoyer. So it's looking like we're just going into a button check right now. Everyone's setting up, making sure we're all good here. You know, honestly, I like to judge the skill of a player by how fast they input their controls. You know, if I sit down at a tournament set and the guy across from me just speeds through his controllers really quick, has everything memorized, then I usually just forfeit.
Let's see Aries right now.
Let's see.
This could be pretty fast.
Aries with the speed run.
Shield. Oh, he's got to hurry it up.
The reaction time.
This is not world record pace.
Wow, he bound both triggers to grab.
And then both on left to shield.
That's a unique control setup.
That's how you know he's going to win.
Yeah, you know what? That's true, because he has twice the buttons to shield with.
Exactly. That means twice the shield.
Defensive playstyle. And just going into this button check, you know, just kind of stalling.
The buttons work. Buttons work.
And I think, I'm not sure if we're entirely locked to Battlefield throughout this tournament, but something I would like to see for Aries is, if we do end up going back to Battlefield, which I think is pretty likely, is for him to really utilize Kirby's strength vertically. Hovering over New York City there, which is a little bit of an interesting one.
New York City, one of the more popular matches.
Yeah, you know, really,
maps, yeah.
Just a classic competitive Smash Brothers stage right there. Really like circle camping my opponents for 8 minutes in bracket.
Let's see who Cameron picks here. This will be interesting.
Cam hovering around the board right now. Either he's indecisive or he cannot find his main. One or the other. I'm guessing he's indecisive considering how...
It doesn't have DLC characters, interesting enough.
Yeah, that is strange. Going for the Diddy Kong?
Ooh. Cameron knows, he knows his stuff.
This is concerning because I feel like Diddy Kong is such a dark horse character in Smash. Because he was really strong in Brawl, he was really strong in Smash 4. Going into Ultimate though, we haven't really seen many people play Diddy Kong, but in spite of that, he's still a super strong character. And a lot of people, they don't know really how to play around Diddy Kong's minions when they're playing against him. So because of that, he's going to rack up really fast percent, and especially with the vertical combo game he has, on a stage like Battlefield, Aries definitely has cause for concern.
Aries definitely needs to utilize his multiple jumps here to try and stay away from those banana combos, try and stay away from, you know, getting punished, anything like that.
Cam hitting a nice down air to forward tilt, going to be racking up a quick 50%. Again, he's just baiting out options really efficiently here, and Aries is taking the bait consistently. Gonna be throwing him down into the back there. This guy has a nice combo game, and he's actually gonna pull his first banana of the match, throwing it on the platform there, but Aries is gonna take advantage of that. He doesn't get value out of the banana, but he does prevent Cam from using it to control much of the stage.
Aries really needs to stop using these B moves here, though. They're super punishable, especially by someone like Diddy Kong.
Yeah, Diddy Kong does have really nice frame data, and his aerial mobility is very strong. Plus, most of his moves can actually combo into each other, especially at low to mid percents. And because of that, Aries has already racked up 100% on this stock, so he could die very soon here. Cam goes for the up air, not going to seal it quite yet.
Next one kills.
Cam throwing the banana up, trying to control the stage as much as possible, bait out an option.
He's gonna die with
the
one
down B. Goes for the back here, but Diddy is kind of lacking in kill power here. A lot of times you see really high-level Diddy Kongs going for things like raw forward smashes in neutral, or using bananas to confirm the kills. And you can see why, because Cam's really been struggling to seal this stock, even with Ares, a lightweight character as Kirby.
Oh, he just throws it out!
He throws it out, Cam doesn't react. I feel like Cam might be cracking under the pressure here, because it feels like a lot of these moves, especially through Diddy Kong, should be very punishable. So, you know, maybe he just needs time to warm up.
There it is.
And there it is. He's got to actually punch the boundary that time, gets a nice clean stock of it, and we're back to neutral at a 0-0 game with 2 stocks apiece.
You know, really one of the issues with Diddy Kong is a lot of his kills, he really needs to like get a setup into it. So what Ares needs to do is try and watch out for those setups. Obviously not like walk into a position where he can get like raw smash attack.
He sent it!
Oh! That was sick. Ares
forfeits.
Ares is a B. He forfeits. Unplugged controller Cam. How can you come back from that?
Oh my god, like I said,
it?
Ares is dominating on the mental game. It's like I called before this set. This guy, he has no fear. Most confident player of all time. Drops in a random hammer off stage because he's built like that.
He was looking for it. He's going for the hard reads.
That being said, Cam not really folding under the mental pressure right now. Racked up 82% on Ares, and now Ares is in a bad disadvantage here. Might start to regret sending that suicide up.
Oh my.
Okay, this is getting nasty now. This is just about...
This is a good set.
There's a lot on the line now. There's a lot of pride on the line. Ares going to be taking control of that banana. Gets clipped by the uppie, but not going to explode on him. Thankfully saving that stock. Still at a high percent though. Needs to watch out for any kind of banana setups, as well as a raw forward smash could easily seal this game. You see Cam is really walling him out with these aerials right now. Trying to force on a mistake with a raw F smash though. Going to be mixing up Cam. He wasn't expecting it. Wasn't ready to...
Oh!
Smash. Almost killed it in 72. Going for the edge guard now. Has to be careful here. Diddy's up B can be very unpredictable. And getting knocked back off stage, and now Cam has the banana. This is a huge advantage for him. He could link into any of his smash attacks.
Oh, he lives. He can't stop it.
Ares dodges the banana on the comeback. Dodges the on smash, but gets hit with the back air.
So close. He needs to stop going for these down beats. They're so punishable by a fast character like Diddy.
Ares is like the least predictable player that we've seen all day though. Because he'll throw out a million down smashes in neutral, but at a safe distance to where people aren't punishing them 100% of the time, and then just randomly hit you with like an up B off stage. Who goes for that in bracket? He's in winner semifinals. And you know, it's like I said, Ares, he's about playing on the mental game, but now Cam. The Captain Falcon.
I like this guy. He better ton at least once in this game.
I want to, you know what? I want Ares to show me his moves.
Let's see it.
And you know, Captain Falcon going to be a very fast character here. Although Kirby is very light, so this combo game can be difficult to get off. He goes for the ladder, but drops it after only 2 hits. And that's actually a lot of where Falcon's value comes from in Smash Bros. Is that advantage state. He gets these long ladder combos with the down throw, the neutral airs, and the up airs. But as you can see, he's only getting 2 or 3 max. He missed the stock to knee. That would have been an easy stock for him. Ares is struggling to keep pace right now, though, despite all of that. Throws out an up smash, catches him lacking on the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ares is definitely one of the... He's playing Kirby, which is one of the smaller characters. Falcon, he gets a lot of value from playing against heavy characters. He gets a lot of combo potential from them. Obviously, the bigger hitboxes help. So it's going to be kind of hard for Cam to get these combos going on Ares here. Especially when he keeps throwing out these super armor moves like down B and stuff like that.
Absolutely, and you see Ares keeps just sending these special moves.
Did he just walk up slowly?
He just walk up.
And down smash?
He did. He really did, though.
Oh,
you know,
Ares does the same thing.
That's the Ares Classic. We saw that entire first set against Roxy. He kept going for these spot dodge down smashes. And it's a very underrated option for Kirby because of the angle it's sending that. But Cam, once he gets that grab, it's going to be very tough for Ares to claw his way back to neutral. Actually parries the knee there, which is a very bold move. Now Ares needs to be looking for a kill here.
Oh, he needs to get this edge guard. Oh, he needs to go off stage against Falcon. That recovery is so
not
usable.
He does.
Oh, well, it works.
Yeah, I don't know. You do have to give Falcon a lot of respect off stage, as sarcastic as my co-commentator may be, because that up B is a command grab, which means a lot of times when you try to challenge it, you're going to end up taking a lot of percent for it. Goes for the up tilt, which actually does have a spike hitbox. But Cam, despite hitting the spikes both of the time, is not going to kill off of it, but hits the sweet spot on the knee. And now Cam's at a full stock lead right now. Ares has a full stock deficit and eats another grab. This can be devastating if it leads into a knee. But he gets again, but doesn't follow it up.
Such a gimpable recovery. I don't know what you're on about. It's so gimpable.
You've never played against Gummy, have you?
Okay, that's fair enough. as a terrible Falcon player myself, it's very gimpable to me.
Okay, for sure, for sure. It depends. If you have disjoint, it can be gimpable, but as Kirby, it's definitely going to be difficult because a lot of those hitboxes don't have any kind of priority over your opponent's moves. Him throwing out these knees, but it's always just a few frames or a few pixels off. And he's going to be trying to lock Ares off the stage as much as possible. Does not get the sweet spot on the back air though. That's going to let Ares live for just a little bit longer here. Now Ares trying to claw his way back, trying to get any kind of combo here. He does have rage because he's at a very high percent. He keeps dodging these knees, going for down Bs into air dodges, being able to give him a lot of invulnerability while he's in the air.
And Ares is definitely a kill percent here. Oh, so he cannot go into these.
No punish from him though. Oh,
jumped right
out the jump at ledge. And you know, I think that's actually one of the first times that this has happened in the set, because you see Ares a lot of the time can kind of get tunnel visioned on the idea of Kirby's air superiority, because we do know that one of the few advantages that this character has is his ability to really maneuver in the air. You know, like we've seen him do a lot, you can down B into an air dodge, and that makes you invulnerable for a majority of your landing. But I think because he tunnel visions on that so much, he's actually jumping at ledge more than he should be. And Cam is one of the first players to really be consistently calling that out. And when you have an option such as Captain Falcon's forward air, which can be ending stocks at, you know, 50, 60%, on Kirby, who's a lighter character, at ledge, even 40, you know, it can make for a really devastating punish. So we're going to need to see Aerie kind of clean up his act and mix up his ledge options a lot more if he wants to have hope going into the rest of the set.
Is it best of 5 or best of 3?
This is a best of 3. It's best of 3 the whole way through.
Oh, it's over then.
Wait, he won first game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it'll
shoot.
be interesting though to see Ares versus the other Dark Kirby that we saw earlier. What was his name?
It was, I believe it was Winston Bruce, who...
No, it was Tracy.
Tracy was, Tracy played Ness. Yeah, Winston Bruce unfortunately went 0-2. He lost in losers bracket to Harry Wang.
No, it must have been someone else. Was it Winston?
It was definitely Winston, yeah. It was Mac versus the Dark Kirby. I remember because we were confused. Anyways, we are going to be, I believe, we don't have any stations labeled here, so I think we are going to go into another match, perhaps in the losers bracket going forward. I don't know, nothing is labeled right now.
So Cameron's into winners finals, isn't he?
Yeah, Cameron is into winners finals right now, meaning he is one set away from the grand finals. And, you know, Cameron's really been going on a kind of dominant streak so far throughout this bracket. Is you know, he has yet to drop a game this entire time, despite having a pretty close first game against Ares there. I mean, he has really just been putting on a display of dominance so far.
Is there anyone you see who you think could take out Cameron on the long run? Because there's 2 players that I'm thinking of.
I mean, I think I would like to see Tracy get the run back, because Tracy, even though he got 2-0'd in the first round, I think that was just due to unlucky seeding. I think Tracy looked really, really strong in his first round of losers there. So I would like to see him try to get the run back, but then there are other players who have been seeded pretty high here. Both Lynn Valentine and Nico Reyes are on a tear right now, and they're about to meet in winners semifinals. So either one of them is going to be running a set with Cameron up next. Well, what about you? Who are you thinking?
Obviously, there's some people we haven't seen yet. One person I've heard a lot about is Harry Wang. He's a famous Ganondorf player. He's very good. And Ganon, obviously, he has a lot of comeback potential. He's just got to go for these like hard reads. And I think that could really go, like, it could really pair really good against Cameron's playstyle. Actually, what we're seeing here, Cameron is going to be playing Lynn Valentine in the winners finals. So that'll be an interesting matchup. And Lynn Valentine just 2-0'd Nico in the semis. So neither of these guys have dropped the map so far. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in winners finals. Yeah.
Moving forward, I believe we're going to run some losers bracket rounds first before we move on to winners finals. But I could be wrong. We don't really know what's going to happen next, unfortunately.
Do you know if finals is a best of 5 or best of 3?
It is. I've been told it is best of 3 the whole way through the bracket. I'm not sure if they have any rules on stage bans, but so far we have only seen Battlefield in all of the streamed sets. So I'm assuming that it's going to be Battlefield the whole way through, which definitely is not the most neutral stage in the game. So I think it definitely depends. I think Cameron I'm assuming he's a Captain Falcon main because he brought it out after losing, or after having a close first game against Ares. But I'm assuming if he is a Captain Falcon main, then that's a pretty good stage to be playing Captain Falcon on, because you have those platforms near the end that you can really extend your combos off of. And as Falcon, you know, hitting that down throw, neutral air, up airs into knee, if you have a platform to extend on, it can be really, really strong and end up sealing stocks super early, especially against heavier characters. For example, Harry Wang's Ganondorf that he's famous for. If he runs it back through the loser's bracket, he could find himself face to face against Cameron's Captain Falcon. And, you know, despite being such a heavy character who usually will be living for a long time, those ladder combos can be devastating and steal stocks very early.
And it looks like we're about to learn who's going to be playing in the next matchup, so that should be interesting. I'm not sure who. Ian, is there an Ian in here?
Ian Arellano. I'm
it.
going to assume the double L is like a Y pronunciation. Yeah, we have Ian versus Maxwell going into the losers bracket right now in losers round 2. Both of these players, I believe, lost in the second round of winners side. So they're going to be running it back in losers right now, playing their first round in the losers bracket. We don't really have any information on these players. We have not seen them on stream yet today. So it should be...
we're seeing... Oh, no, never mind.
No, it's just selected
that's
from last.
later, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these guys are going to play the winner of Harry Wang versus Nolan Harris, so that should be interesting to see in the future. I'm really excited to see who makes a losers bracket run here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dark horses. I believe this tournament is almost entirely unseeded. I think we know by now that Cameron is definitely one of the stronger contenders to win this entire tournament, but there are a lot of kind of unnamed people here who we don't have any information on that definitely have potential to make a long losers bracket run. And this losers bracket match between Ian and Maxwell is going to be possibly the first of a huge run for either of them.
Right, obviously they both got into at least the second round of winners, and there were obviously some strong players in there, so they did a good job to make it through the first round, and they could make a good losers bracket run.
Absolutely. So looking forward, we are hopefully going to see our players log on to the Switch very soon here. And there we go, we got a controller connected already. So
singular Joy-Con gameplay, man.
Singular Joy-Con? Really? Wow.
That's what I thought I saw for Ian and Cineroar.
Yep, we got
That's
Ian
definitely a
Cineroar.
singular Joy-Con gameplay.
That's true. If I had to pick a character to play on a single Joy-Con, it would probably be Incineroar.
And
now Incineroar is a character that has a lot of bad matchups. His recovery can be very exploitable. He's pretty slow on stage, but he has a huge X factor. It's looking like
Cloud Ditto.
Cloud Ditto. Okay, this should definitely be interesting. So,
Slayer's going to be Maxwell in this situation, I'm pretty sure.
Slayer is going to be Maxwell, and then ENGD is going to be my boy, Ian. And we're actually going to have a Cloud Ditto here, so this is going to be a very, as even as it gets for a match. So we're really just going to have to see who has the better neutral and the better punish game, as it often comes down to on Cloud. In a Cloud Ditto like this, I think a lot of emphasis is placed on baiting out your opponent's options. And as you can see, right now, nobody's really just full sending anything neutral. They're kind of playing slow, forcing out an option. You see he baits out the dash attack, spot dodges, and responds.
And another big thing in this match is who's going to be able to take best advantage of their limit usage. Obviously, that's Cloud's big comeback mechanic, and they both get it at the same time. Oh, whiffs that one and gets the down smash as a punish. Oh my. There it is.
Yeah, he brought that too, so that kill is really early now. And as you can see, Ian just took a stock off of Maxwell extremely early using that limit down B, which is now a really viable option for Cloud when you have that limit break available. So Maxwell now needs to look to hit kind of a big combo here or get some hard reads in neutral. Either that or to try and negate this limit that is coming online from Ian right now. And,
what?
Ooh. And Ian throwing out a lot of strong options right now because Maxwell's really hovering in the air. Throws out the F smash, and that's actually going to hit another stock.
Maybe some bad blood between these guys. Ian's styling on him a little bit. You saw that taunt there.
Yeah, Ian
only at
is
54% right now. He's kind of smoothing.
Ian is looking a little bit swagalicious right now.
A little bit. Just gonna charge the limit there, both of them. Oh, another taunt. Brutal.
You know, this is just classic Cloud gameplay, though. If nobody's approaching, you know that you have all the time in the world to just camp and charge your limit. You know, Smash 4 was kind of notorious for Cloud players playing against each other in doubles, sitting at the corners, spamming taunt because nobody wants to approach. And, you know, that kind of sentiment can carry over to Ultimate here because there's still not really an incentive for Cloud to approach. Again, you see Maxwell just sits there, waits, Ian uses the option of a roll, and then Maxwell punishes the forward smash. It's all about bait and punish. When you're playing the mirror, Ian gets a forward air off stage, and it's going to spike him early.
Brutal.
Ooh.
Yeah, and really the difference in that game was a lot of the limit usage. Because Ian got two of his kills off that. Obviously, one was off the forward smash up on top of stage.
Yeah.
But really, Slayer, he couldn't get anything going there. He got that one kill, obviously. But I think that really he just needs to use his huge hitboxes, play a little bit better in neutral, and then use those limits to try and make a better comeback in the future.
And I think as lame as it may be, the main way that Maxwell could be playing better right now is just to approach less. And, you know, everyone likes to see the hype gameplay where you go really fast, but when you're in bracket and there's, you know, a lot higher stakes than just in a normal match where you're playing for fun, it can be a huge advantage for Cloud to just sit back and let your opponent use an option instead of always being the first to try and strike. And you saw that the one stock that Maxwell took that game was actually when he just sat there, was patient, waited, and then got a forward smash read on Ian's roll. So if Maxwell plays a lot more patient here, he could definitely have a larger advantage going into this second game.
And it looks like we're seeing that already. He's baiting out the attacks a little bit, and then he's just punishing it with smash attacks.
Yeah, and you see when he knows that he can't extend the combo any further, instead of choosing to try and throw out an option and maybe get punished for it, he actually backs up to the opposite side of stage and charges up his limit. And you can see having that limit on the line is actually making him get a lot more percent on this first stock than he was in the last game.
I think the one thing that both these players need to go for a little bit more is some punishes off stage, because obviously Cloud has a super... Ooh, okay. Obviously... Yeah, that was a little bit of yikes.
Good response with the get-up attack there. That could have been very bad. And you see Ian actually using, like he was last game, this up smash underneath the platform, because it has a tipper on the very edge of the hitbox. When your opponent is on the platform above you like that, it's going to kill significantly earlier than if they're right up close with you. And this is a very even game right now. Both of these are at very high percent, but a decisive advantage going to Ian right now because he has limit almost on the line, but Maxwell reads the roll once again. And you see, it's times like this where Ian gets approached by Maxwell, or at least kind of close to approached. He always throws out a defensive option. For example, that roll. He's thrown that out, I think, 3 times now whenever Maxwell approaches him in neutral. And because of that, Maxwell is starting to adapt. He's starting to learn that, okay, this is an easy way for me to get kills. He can hit really high-risk moves, knowing that he's going to confirm into it because Ian keeps throwing out that roll.
Oh, it lives there. Good DI. Definitely playing a little safer here from Maxwell, which is really working out. That's a good thing in Cloud matchups.
Ian going to be hitting that forward tilt on stage is a very nice kill move for when your opponent is at high percent. Has the limit online now, it's all about what he does with it. If he just throws it out in neutral, there's a strong chance of it missing, and there it is. Unfortunately, you have to be a lot more careful about your usage of that limit.
Lots of just raw smash attacks coming out from Ian. I think that he might be a little bit scared. He's just kind of desperate a little bit here, but really, it's close right now, so he shouldn't be playing like that.
Yeah, but I mean, Ian racking up some quick percent there gets the up B, which is actually going to do a lot more percent than you would originally think, because it's going to give him an advantage.
Drop shield
in this game.
Oh, just the up smash is coming out from Slayer. Worked for him once. He's got to start dodging his down smashes, though. Super punishable.
Absolutely. And Ian keeps throwing out smash attacks, and I think that's a really good window of opportunity for Maxwell to start getting in some punishes. Although, until now, he's been trying to gain his advantages through forcing out options from Ian as far as like defensive option goes, such as rolls. What he needs to be adapting to now is now that Ian is throwing out aggressive options in emphasis or in anticipation of Maxwell approaching, is he needs to be able to respond to defensive options.
Ian lives though, good DI.
And both of these are at really high percent. Most Cloud specials can kill right now. I'd like to see a side B come out because it applies a lot of pressure to the shield. But now, Maxwell gonna have that limit online, throws out the projectile, but it gets read and shielded by Ian. Good reaction, responds with the forward smash at ledge. That's gonna be a quick stock, has the limit online.
The taunt into death, true combo.
True combo, unfortunate.
Taunt to get bodied, you know how it is.
You know, you gotta be respectful of your opponent, otherwise you're gonna get an instant stock loss, and then the salt in the wound. It's really just salt in the wound because he lost his limit with that. And now Maxwell gonna have his limit online despite being at a higher percent here. Hits the projectile, gonna get a quick 30, but no follow-up.
Yeah, Ian just keeps throwing out these spot dodges a lot. Super punishable, and he's just taunting. Slayer needs to just show him who's boss here.
True, Slayer really needs to get in there. Yeah, Maxwell kinda gotta just put on his big boy pants, start rushing him down every time he taunts.
Ooh, barely misses.
Oh my god. Goes for the limit down B. Would have absolutely killed on that top platform had it hit. But you know, gonna give up Maxwell a lot of space. Maxwell goes for projectile, not probably the best limit break option there.
That kills. Oh my.
DI on the platform, ooh.
That's brutal. I think that's game.
I think that is...
He's taunt to win true combo. That's not how it normally goes.
Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. I mean, anything can happen really at the end of the day, right?
Hate to see it.
And it's looking like the winner of this set is going to move forward and play against Harry Wang, the Ganondorf player, in losers bracket.
That is a game I want to cast.
But before we move on to that, we are actually going to go to a quick break. We're going to come back to you very soon with more matches here at the RAMily Smash Invitational. So stay tuned as we move forward into losers round 3 and find out who is going to take this tournament home. Hello everybody and welcome back to the RAMily Smash Invitational here at Apollo Junior High. For possibly the last time, we only have 6 matches that are remaining in the Smash bracket today, and we're going to be kicking it off with a losers quarterfinal match between Aries and Tracy. We've seen both of these players on stream a couple times already, and they're going to be fighting for their life as one of them is going to be going home after this match. So going into this matchup, what are your thoughts?
Obviously, both of these players have been some of the best players you've seen today. Both of them been pretty hot today. I predicted earlier on that both of them are going to make a losers bracket run, but unfortunately they're going to have to play each other here. So, well, I was thinking maybe a losers final matchup here, but really they're going to be playing in the semis here. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Obviously the Ness was really good. We can see some of that zoning coming out from him. And Aries, he's been pretty good with the combo game. Those drag down smash attacks have been bringing a lot of kills for him. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, and then really we got the Aries Classic, of course, where he catches out these players who play a really fast-paced play style by using the spot dodge and a down smash. And as Kirby, that's a really good option because it hits both sides at the same time, meaning that anybody who tries to overshoot, for example, we know that Tracy has a really aggressive playstyle on this Ness. He's been really running at him, especially when he was playing against Jacob on this Lucas. He was full sending every single approach. So I think that spot dodge down smash is going to be really coming in handy for Aries going into this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely, but we just need to see Aries not use the B attacks so much. He's been doing that a lot, really punishable, especially by a character like Ness, who has a lot of kill potential, combo potential. As you can see, already starting out with the combo is 26%, 51%.
And Aries really just taking a beating right now, because I feel like Kirby normally has really good supremacy in the air. He's able to utilize his jumps and his multi-hit aerial moves in order to really control airspace. But as you can see, Ness just has a slight advantage because he also has those multi-hits, but they're also disjointed, meaning that if they were both to throw out an aerial at the same time, the disjoint on Ness's aerial attacks would mean that he wins that interaction. So you're seeing that he's controlling so much of the space by using short hops, by using projectiles. But Aries is finally going to respond with a drag down, goes for an up smash but gets down aired. Oh, hits him with a down B.
Aries special.
And again, Aries is so good at just catching these players overextending. Every time they try and overshoot and get a little bit too greedy on a punish, he's right there with the response, whether it be that spot dodge down smash or that down B, almost gets caught out for the dash attack.
And really what Tracy should be looking for here is Aries keeps coming in with these, like, he jumps up super high and then he goes for these aerial attacks right on Tracy's head. So Tracy, obviously, Ness is one of the better anti-air characters in the game. So he can just be throwing up airs, got a super big hitbox, big disjoint, lasts forever. Even projectiles will stop him from landing on him. He should be looking for that.
But it feels like Tracy just isn't really being patient enough because we know that Aries has this habit of throwing out these special moves pretty much just whenever he wants to. You just saw an upbeat landing on stage. Trey's response, instead of shielding it and waiting for the landing lag to end, he tried to throw out an up smash and intercept it, but the timing was off and he ended up getting punished for it. And he's now taking a beating as a result. He hasn't been able to reset the neutral since that one interaction.
And yeah, the teabag from Aries. Oh, but he's dead there. Yeah.
Yeah, taunt to get bodied, true combo.
Classic.
Seen it twice already today.
That's true.
But, you know, Aries does have a full stock lead here. Tracy has to try and bring it back. Going to start off with the grab, getting big damage there, but ends up eating 2 attacks on the platform that's already going to be having him at a percent deficit. Gets dragged down into grab.
My.
Aries is really just free-flowing right now.
Himself right now.
He knows all the options. You know, Tracy has been really hesitant to try and jump out of these combos, and because of that, Aries is able to extend them really far.
Really, Aries just not using his projectiles here either. He's playing like a brawly style, which is what Kirby wants. And really, Kirby's win condition here is getting Trey off stage. He gets Tracy off stage, and you know, obviously Ness has a super exploitable recovery, and he has all those jumps to try and stop him.
And again, he sends it with a down B off stage. Absolutely would have killed if it hit, but unfortunately Tracy isn't able to dodge that because Ness has a very high double jump height. Now Aries has Ness at the kill percent here. He's going to be looking. He is going for the swag. He keeps going for these drag downs. It's really just about what he can confirm off of them. Goes for a charge smash attack into another smash attack. Again, brutal. I've said it before. Brutal. I'll say it again. Aries is the least predictable player on the planet.
That's true.
I mean, it's like, you know, you normally expect the good players to mix up options between like what the best options available are. So you never know which good option is going to come out. Aries is not hesitant to throw out what is generally considered to be a bad option just to throw someone off.
Oh, I think we might be going to PS2, so this is the first time we've seen non-Battlefield. I don't think it's on Battlefield settings, but it could be wrong. The music is good.
PS2 Tracy is covering the Joker. Tracy might be sending it on the Joker right now. He's going to go for it. So I think this could actually be a good matchup. Granted, Ness is already pretty good against Kirby, but something we're going to see here is the Arsene from Tracy's Joker is going to really help him out because he's going to have so much disjoint in the air. For example, Arsene back there just absolutely is going to out-prioritize anything that Kirby can possibly throw out.
Yeah, Joker with Arsene can kill Kirby here at like 40% off stage easily.
Most definitely. And you see that Ares is really just throwing out these ground burst options now. He's trying to challenge him in the air a little bit less. Gonna send it with the down B just for the disrespect. And it's actually going to gimp him. I think he might have been dead regardless.
Yeah,
but, you know, for Ares, it's just about winning on the mental game. He's trying to boom his opponent. Goes for 2 drag downs into a grab. Gets the nair off of it. Gonna keep extending this combo. Goes at a projectile. Trying to prevent him to reset from neutral. But Tracy's gonna manage to work his way back in towards the center stage. But now it's all about what he can make out of it. Really, Tracy should be looking for any kind of grab here because you know that Joker has a really good combo game off these grabs. He has those drag down up airs, especially with the platforms situated on Pokemon Stadium 2 from virtually anywhere in center stage. If you grab your opponent,
why did he jump?
Drag down, but he's
getting bagged and taunted brutal.
Ares is really just
the mental. Tracy might be
he's
the boom.
eviscerating this man's mental health right now. And I think Tracy has been really panicked because of it. You've seen he hasn't really been going for Joker's bread and butter options.
And he's so boomed! Oh no! Brutal 3-stock by Ares, and that's the set.
The Joker was not the way you want to go out. That's gonna be it. Ares is gonna take that with a swift 2-0, moving on to losers semifinals. Tracy is going to be out, I believe, at 7th in this tournament. So
thought we'd see a longer run from Tracy.
You hate to see it, you know. I don't know. I do wish he would have stuck to his guns and sent it with the Joker there. Because I feel like his Joker wasn't, or with the Ness. Yeah, sorry. I feel like his Ness wasn't doing too bad in that first game. It's just, I feel like when people play against Ares, they can't really calm themselves enough to be able to really call out these options that he goes for. Because he mixes up his options a lot, but you have to expect the unexpected going against him.
Right, and as we saw there, maybe just lost a little bit of confidence, went for a swap that really wasn't needed because it was a close map. It was a close map that first time. And, you know, Tracy's Ness has proved himself to be pretty good, so I think maybe next time just stick with the Ness, stick with your best character, unless it's like a terrible matchup. But Ness v Kirby is pretty good, so, you know, next time I think that's winnable for Tracy, so good luck to him in the future.
Yeah, and you know, something else of note is that we were talking about how Arsene is really going to be the way for Joker to press his advantage when you're going against Kirby because you just have so much dominance in the air. You have so much disjoint, and then all your moves hit for insane percentages. On top of that, you still retain a majority of your combo game. It's so useful, but throughout that entire matchup, Tracy never got Arsene a single time.
He got it once.
Oh, he got it once?
And he said that he spammed a bunch of counters.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, really, what Tracy was doing, he's playing like a weird ground Joker. Or not Tracy, Ares, right? Oh, no, it was Tracy, yeah.
Yeah, Tracy.
Tracy was just playing this weird ground, like, Joker. He wasn't using his aerial attacks, which Joker has really good disjoints and aerial attacks in both Arsene form and not. So really, like, he wasn't going for any combo starters or anything. So I think that his aerial game and his combo game were just so much better on Ness, and he should have stuck with that, to be honest.
Yeah, and then overall, Ares was just really collected, you know? And it really just goes to show, I feel like Ares' confidence does have a huge influence on the outcome of the match, because the confidence to be able to go for these kind of crazy out-of-pocket options, like, for example, throwing in, you know, up B's off stage to try and gimp your opponent early, even if you lose your stock because of it. I mean, nobody else has really replicated that energy so far. I think the reason Cameron was able to deal with that so effectively is because he's a very calculated player. You can tell he has a lot of experience in the game, and plus he was playing a really fast rushdown style that allowed him to punish those moves. So looking forward into the loser semifinal, Ares is going to have to be a little bit worried about once these players start calling out those options more often, he's going to end up losing a lot of percent over time. Speaking of loser semifinals, the winner of this set is actually going to go on to face Ares in the loser semifinals, as we have finally Nico Reyes versus my man, the myth, the legend,
Harry Wang.
Harry Wang. We've been saying it this whole time, but he is a dark horse for this tournament. He hovers the Ganon. But he goes for the Pikachu.
We want to see the Ganon here from Harry.
We would love to see some Ganon gameplay. He could be pulling out the Min right now.
Also, interesting pick. Gonna go with the Pikachu. We saw it work from earlier. He had a close set against Ian, I believe. It was a 2-1. It was pretty close. Went down to last stock. And he had some good combo games from what I saw in the other room, so it looked pretty good. Obviously, he's got a pretty wide range of characters that he can pull out here for some kind of counter pick if the Pikachu doesn't work out. So let's see how it works for the first map.
Yeah, that being said, I do feel like into Kirby, Pikachu is a pretty solid matchup. Granted, you don't have a ton of disjoint in the air, but you still have those multi-hit moves, which are going to allow you to control that space for a long amount of time. That being said, right now Harry is utilizing Pikachu's ground options as much as possible. You can see he's throwing out these projectiles, he's throwing out these forward smashes, and because of that, it's allowing Nico to take a decisive advantage in the percent early in the game.
Yeah, I think definitely needs to go for some, Harry Wang needs to go for some grab setups, maybe some combo starters here. That's where Pikachu really thrives. Obviously Kirby is kind of a floaty character, so kind of hard to get a finish off on it. But he is pretty light, so if he goes for these kill moves, it should be working pretty well.
And you know, really Harry Wang is just like so hard right now with this ground.
I mean, it's really hard, but it's working out for him. Obviously, he just got that back throw off stage. He's got to push the advantage. He uses the side B from the side of the map. Not really a good call, but I think that if he just uses his A buttons here, it should work pretty well for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Harry's now trying to control a little bit of the aerial space more. You've seen a lot of these short hop forward airs coming out, but right now both of these players are playing very patient. You know, we've only got 86% on Harry Wang so far, and we're almost a minute and a half into this match. So you can see they're playing so patient, poking very carefully. Really, I think... Oh, no.
Oh, brutal.
Oh, no. Kirby down air.
Still winnable. Nico's at a pretty high percent here, so we could see, you know, some setups into like an up throw, down B could work, but although it's kind of hard to hit on Battlefield.
And you know, you can see that Harry kind of knows this character of Kirby so well. It might be because we have so many Kirby players here. This is the third individual Kirby player we've seen on stream so far. There could be even more off stream. So you could see right there that he knew Kirby couldn't extend that combo off of the neutral air and chose to respond with forward smash, which is allowing him to now take a bit of percent out of Nico's stock right now.
One thing I really want to see that we haven't seen much in this tournament, not much, nobody's really pushing the advantage off stage, not really going for many ledge guards. You know, Kirby, obviously, like I've said a million times, one of the more gimpable characters, even though he has a bunch of jumps, it's really predictable. And Pikachu's down air should work really well against this.
And that down smash again, the angle it sends you at is so brutal, but thankfully Pikachu has probably the best recovery in the game. At least as far as distance goes, that side B is a quick option that's going to send you all the way back to the ledge, and your up B is so versatile, so quick, so hard to react to, that you're never going to struggle to get back on stage, as long as you still have your double jump available.
Oh, terrible DI.
That being said, he misses the DI on the forward, so that's going to allow Nico to get yet another stock here. And Harry is at a pretty bad deficit. He needs to be looking for virtually any area.
He's just throwing out these smash attacks to try and get a kill, but really that's not what he needs to be going for. He's back air would kill even. I mean, he even had a chance there at the ledge where he could have back thrown and would have killed, but he threw up throw. So really just kind of like situational awareness that he needs to work on, and just going for these kill moves, like just he's throwing them out, but like these smash attacks aren't going to hit.
Yeah, he plays so high risk, high reward, but Nico is now at 180% on one of the lightest characters in the game. He could play low risk, low reward moves and still end up sealing the stock. For example, a forward air short hop at this point would seal the stock. He air dodges in right there, but he's going to go for the up throw that's finally going to get the kill. So now Harry really needs to be looking for big combo games here. We know Pikachu has those loops. If he can land one single grab on Kirby, that's going to be a quick 40%. Ooh, drag down smash, just calling out Harry's habit of short hopping in. And,
Yeah.
you know, if Harry's not able to break this habit, then it's just going to be very hard for him.
I really want to see Harry Wang pull out the Ganondorf here. As we've said, he's one of the more famous Ganondorf players. He's pretty great, and you know we're all big fans of Ganondorf here, especially in the caster booth. So really, a Ganondorf might work well here. He might make some big reads on Nico here on the Kirby. Wario. I mean, I'm thinking maybe so. Let's
Again.
I think it's in Harry Wang's favor right now.
This absolutely, because the reason why Harry wasn't getting a lot of value off of that Pikachu is because he didn't have the combo game down. Pikachu is known for having this elaborate combo game where you can free flow a lot of these different multi-hit moves into one another to rack up 60% off of a single straight hit. But Harry is not really utilizing that. So playing a character like Ganon, where you don't really have a combo game, but every single hit is going to hit hard, is going to give him a much better chance of winning the set. That being said, right now, he's getting very desperate. He's approaching when he shouldn't be. He's side being onto the stage one time after another, and Kirby off stage can be very scary.
Spike, man, it's so easy. Oh, but he reads the roll in. That's pretty good.
See, and this is where Harry really starts to see where his talents shine, because he has these reads. Being a seasoned Ganondorf player, he's able to go for crazy reads like that. And one single hit has already put him at 37, and then that grab is going to follow it up to 54. Despite only winning neutral twice,
Brutal.
he is at kill percent already. A single forward smash can seal this stock, especially against such a light character like Kirby. So really, oh,
Questionable there. Must have been lagging. That must be the only option.
unfortunate. Went for the back air there. I mean, you know, I think that was just a mistake. He might be feeling a little bit flustered.
Oh,
forward smash.
yes!
57%. That is a stock.
He's bringing
No
it
matter
back.
how much of a beating Harry takes, he knows that he can land a read like that.
Oh, dude, he went for the hard read there.
See, but that's where his talents lie, because the thing is, Kirby cannot combo Ganondorf very well at this percent. Or at least, it takes a lot of skill with the character to do so. Nico is very good at hitting these like one-hit conversions where he'll go a drag down into a smash attack or something like that. But, you know, mid-percent and high-percent combos have been very few and far between from the Kirby players that we've seen in this bracket.
And I'm definitely liking this Ganon a little bit more than the Pikachu so far. I think it's working a lot better. Maybe just going for some of these more reads on the side Bs, because he's missing these reads, or maybe just going for an easy like down tilt or forward tilt to just get the true combo.
Absolutely. And you see, now Nico on this Kirby,
Brutal.
he found the counterplay. That's the biggest thing you have to worry about when you're playing Ganon into Kirby, because that down air, not only does it spike, but it's a multi-hit. And as Ganondorf, even a spike that may not be super strong is going to kill you virtually instantly if you get hit with it off stage. That recovery distance is just so low.
Yeah, Ganondorf, I mean, it's a hard matchup when you're getting comboed or anything like that. Oh, goes for the Ganon.
The
Yikes.
armor almost took him through it.
Shield's super low here. Nico's
Yeah,
definitely
Nico
safe.
Field looking like a Skittle. He's got to be pretty safe here. Now, Harry can really take
He's not
advantage of
pushing the
this.
advantage. Why is he playing platforms? He loses.
You know, I think Harry's trying to bait out options right now. He's trying to play a bait and punish style, because in order to put your opponent in a situation where he lives that. In order to put your opponent in a situation where you can read them. Oh,
No, he lives.
nah, that
No.
on Ganondorf.
No, why didn't he didn't use his jump?
He didn't have a jump.
Oh,
The
no
jump got
chance.
eaten. He jumped the ledge and then got hit with the dash attack. And you know, that's just the peril of playing Ganondorf in bracket.
You hate to see
Some
it.
players are going to be so aggressive off stage against you, and especially against Kirby, where that down air can really just control so much vertical distance to the ledge, which is your only option for recovery when you're playing a character like Ganondorf. You know, you're going to have a really hard time getting back on stage once you get hit off.
You know, but really, I think that if Harry Wang stuck to his true Ganondorf, stuck to his guns there, could have gone good in the first round. Obviously, we know that he's good at Ganondorf, and it was, I mean, really, it was only a few reads away from a win for Harry Wang, for the dub, the fat dub.
Absolutely, yeah. But unfortunately, Harry Wang going to be falling in losers quarterfinals. A commendable run though, considering I do believe he lost on losers round 1. So to run it all the way, or sorry, on winners round 1, to run it all the way back through losers bracket, make it all the way to losers quarterfinals, and top 8 this tournament
Not
is
bad.
definitely a commendable run. But now, looking forward, we only have a few matches left to go, and it's the match that is definitely going to be interesting, because we have Ares Tristan versus
Kirby.
Nico Reyes. This is going to be most likely a Kirby Ditto. Now, one of them could pull out a secondary character, but so far both of them have looked so strong going through these losers brackets, with only their main being Kirby. So I think there's definitely a difference in playstyle that's going to come to be very important going into this matchup.
Yeah, we've definitely just got to watch that mental game. Obviously, Ares has been, you know, kind of dumping on people's mental throughout this tournament. So far, I think he's definitely the favorite to win losers, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, but Ares, I think he should have the step up on this Ditto, but it could be very close. Neither of them, I mean, Ares obviously does a lot of those B attack moves, but he plays so unpredictable. So I think if Nico can follow up on those punishable, like down B and hammer plays that Ares often pulls up, it might be a win for Nico. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Absolutely. And you know, the last set that you play has a lot of influence going into the next set that you play. So I think this could actually be interesting, because we saw once Nico was playing against Harry, while Harry was on that Ganondorf, he gained a lot more confidence. He played a lot faster paced. He was extremely aggressive off stage. So going forward when playing against Ares, this could be one of the first times all day that we actually see someone exploit Kirby's recovery. And being that these are two Kirby players, they're going to be very familiar with the characters. So I think that they'll be able to recognize that that is a pretty big weakness for Kirby, that, you know, his recovery is very linear. He doesn't have a whole lot of options. So being able to call one another out with that down air is definitely going to come into play. I'm definitely expecting Nico to be utilizing that option more, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really just comes down to the combo game here, especially at early percentages. We've obviously seen that Ares has some pretty good combos. Nico, he didn't really get a chance to show off his combos. He was hitting a bunch of, like, you know, one-hit moves and then pushing his advantage off of that. So it'll be interesting to see here. Obviously, Ares getting the... I mean, both of them have gotten some pretty good, what do you call it? Drag downs into we obviously both of them have been getting some pretty good drag downs into, like, forward smashes to kill. it'll be interesting to see here coming up in a minute. But for now, we're going to go to a break. Look forward to our losers final in just a second.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the RAMily Smash Invitational here at Apollo Junior High. And we are going to be moving on into the losers semifinal. Today, we're going to have Aries Tristan versus Nico Reyes. And we've seen that these are two Kirby players who have been very prolific throughout this bracket. They've made huge losers runs, each one of them making it finally to the losers semifinal. But unfortunately, one of them is going to have to go home. They are both playing, or they could both be potentially playing their last match of the day. So going forward, we know that these are two Kirby mains. So what are your thoughts going into this match?
Definitely I think Aries has a lot of potential here. He's been playing really well this tournament. He's been doing, lots of drag downs, and they both have been doing lots of drag downs into kills, like I said before. Obviously, they both know their character really well, so they should presumably know the matchup really well and know what's punishable and stuff like that. So, maybe Aries will be going for less of these hammer attacks and less of these down Bs, because he knows that Nico will punish him for that. So it'll be interesting to see how they change up their game plan to face, their same character.
I think it's really going to come down to just, will Nico fold under the pressure? Because if you really focus, if you pay attention, if you're ready to react to any option that Aries could possibly throw out, then his game plan becomes much weaker. Because I feel like a lot of the time he gets away with stuff because nobody's expecting it. For example, nobody expects just a random hammer in neutral. So they'll throw out a defensive option expecting to be able to dodge something that was pretty quick, but then instead get caught by the hammer regardless. So, if Nico is really able to focus, get his head in the game, then he'll be able to react to these options appropriately, as long as he doesn't get ahead of himself and throw out options instead of time. Basically, he has to play as reactionary as possible instead of getting too invested and too aggressive. The downside being that Nico's been the most aggressive Kirby that we've seen in the bracket the whole day.
Automatically just going in, throwing out an attack, and just taking advantage there.
Yeah, and then, Nico's actually going to get a nice percent lead here. Just barely beating out Aries to a lot of these moves. Jumps over the get-up attack there, a nice call out from Nico. But is actually going to be getting caught in this ladder. On the platform is a scary place to be, but manages to reset the neutral.
He gets back easy.
Yeah, he lives on super levels. But Aries with the down
That's what we're talking about. The punishes are so good. They know how linear that their characters can be. And Aries just brings it back so fast, and he's going to be teabagging after that one.
Yeah. I'm just counting down time until the first taunts and teabags come out between these two players. Aries notorious for BMing his opponents, whether winning or losing. He was taunting on Cam while he was getting two stocks, so...
That's true. And obviously, Cam is the only person that we've seen beat Aries. And that's because consistently he was punishing these moves that Aries was just throwing out. He just holds shield, and then you can punish a lot of these moves that he does for free.
And Aries just trying to barely hang on to this stock right now. He wants to get a little bit of extra credit out. Gets 8% off of that down air, misses the forward smash conversion though. Trying to get down airs into literally anything in his kit, but Nico always seems to be in the right spot at the right time to be able to dodge the follow-up. Now Nico gonna respond.
Nice setup.
Responding with a drag down of his own, gonna be able to take the stock, bring this back to a relatively even game.
Yeah, and a lot of these stocks are just based off setups and combo game, because really, we might see some fishing from these guys with smash attacks and stuff, but really that's super punishable by these characters, and it can lead to a lot of percent.
And there it is. You saw Aries threw out that down B in neutral, something he's been doing the entire day, but Nico just punishes it appropriately. He stays calm, holds shield.
Ooh, Aries kind of clean with it though. This is a nice match.
I can't even give analysis. Aries just explodes right there, gets a nice combo off. He's going to take the stock quickly, goes for the drag down into grab. Gets the up B projectile hit too, that's going to be a quick 24%. He's really extending his lead onto the stock right now as much as he's able to. Following up, he's just using all these burst options, applying so much pressure, and Nico's starting to fold.
Yeah, and there's really a big difference that we're seeing in these two players here. Aries obviously a very explosive player. Both of the stocks have been off of really short exchanges. One, a down air off stage, and then the other, the drag down into the up smash. But while Nico is playing a little more slow game, a little more pokey Kirby game, so it's interesting to see how it's going so far.
And they both up B and get the ledge at the exact same time there. Neither one of them trumps each other. That is extremely rare to see in Smash. But, Aries can just keep extending this percent, trying to get straight hits, but Nico...
hits him with the Aries special. He hit him with his own move.
Taking pages out of Aries' book. And now this is going to be a bit of a deficit for Nico to come back from, but at low percent, Kirby definitely has some combo potential. We need to see some kind of drag down, but oh...
That's it.
The second down air is going to be the one that does it.
Yeah, and really, this is the most off-stage gameplay that we've seen all day today. Obviously, both these characters are playing Kirby, so they both have 6 jumps. They both have a lot of potential to guard off stage, and I really think that it just comes down to they know their matchup so well that they're not afraid to do it. They know it works.
Yeah, but I do think Nico is relatively collected because Aries hasn't been landing any of these insane hard reads with the B button so far. He saw one time that he went for the down B in neutral. Nico sat there, was patient, held his shield, and responded with the back air. And while maybe just a straight hit and didn't lead into a huge combo or exchange, it's the little percent over time that's going to lead up and force Aries to stop using these options. And in turn, that's going to make him extremely predictable.
Yeah, and definitely I think that it's winnable for Nico if he just sticks to the same game plan he just did. He just needs to stop he needs to stop giving up these explosive plays from Aries here, because Aries just goes on these tears where he'll get you like dead before you know it. Whereas Nico, he plays more, he builds up all this percent before. He goes to
the B off stage, but doesn't get the down hit on the up B. Would have been a clean stock from Aries. You know, he's sent those before, especially, you know, we've seen it on stream. He sends those up Bs off stage. You know, he may go down, but he's going to take your stock with him.
Absolute chat.
Truly just a pinnacle of masculinity.
These down air back airs are really good for getting advantage off stage, but can Nico press the advantage? And he does. That's stock. There it is.
That's a stock, yeah. That multi-hit down air is so good at calling out options because with Kirby, you don't really have enough maneuverability to be able to dodge around multi-hits like that, especially when the punish for getting hit by it is going to be a spike that ends your stock immediately.
Yeah, and Nico really showing off his combo game so far in this one. It wasn't really... Oh, but just another raw attack by Aries.
Yeah, Nico didn't expect him to go for the down smash despite getting shielded after the down air. And then ended up dropping his shield and just got hit by it regardless. So that's going to bring it back to a pretty even game here.
Both these players fishing for the drag down.
Yeah, they really want that drag down because they know that that's like a bread and butter for Kirby. It can lead into virtually anything in his kit, depending on how your opponent responds. And on top of that, your options are very limited when you get hit with the drag down. Aries sends a raw up smash in neutral, going to be giving him a lot of percent, and then a raw down B. We're back on our Aries behavior. He's just sending things now.
Yeah, he's doing it all over. And really, Nico just needs to keep his head in the game and just stick to what he's good at.
Nico just needs to play pretty reactionary. He manages to dodge that up B and respond with one of his own. That's going to be something. That is downright unlucky.
And the teabags, there it is.
It's because his foot was out from the forward smash. The down B hit early, but it doesn't matter.
Bad DI from Aries.
Bad DI from Aries, so the forward smash gonna kill early.
And we're back 0-0, even game.
But Nico is fighting on his tournament stock potentially right now. If he loses this stock, it is over for him. He has to be able to win this game right now. So, you saw last stock that a lot of the time he was using dash back into dash attack. And because of this, it gives a lot of space, makes Aries want to commit an option, and then responds immediately with a very high damage dash attack. And you see, right now, he's mixing up Aries. Aries' ankles are getting broken. What's the punish? He goes for the dash attack, but it's going to get shielded a little bit too late.
Yeah, and really, like, it looks like Nico's starting to read these like, weird plays that Aries is starting to go for, and that are really punishable. Good grab into the dash attack there.
Yeah, Nico's going to be holding shield, biding his time. His down air comes out late, though, so Aries is going to get the drag down. And this is neck and neck right now. These players are trading hits over and over. Nobody's really extending their advantage, and nobody's getting caught in disadvantage.
One thing to notice here, Nico keeps expecting the down B while he's sitting on stage, but Aries is starting to mix it up. He's no longer throwing out the down B because he's noticing Nico is shielding it every time and getting punished.
And now, Nico with the down smash. Not going to be a high enough percentage to kill yet. Aries coming back to the stage, going to drop the up B, landing on stage with the projectile, but gets called out by Nico's forward air. Nico now trapping him at the ledge here, waiting for the get-up attack, calls him out with the forward air, and the bad DI
again, and Nico brings it back. This is a good game.
Nico and Aries 1-1 right now. This is going to be the final game for one of our two Kirby mains that still remain in the bracket right now.
Going into losers finals. This could bring them into a tournament win, perhaps.
The winner of this will advance to losers finals. That will, I think, confirm you for top 3 in this tournament. The loser of this will be out at 4th.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that means my whole calculations are wrong. By the way, Harry Wang got 5th place and Tracy Whittaker got 5th place as well. I believe I said 7th last set. So going forward, the winner of this will be guaranteed at least 3rd place in this bracket with potential to still make a run and win it all. Barry's going to be starting out with those drag downs, the bread and butter that we know him for. Responds to the forward smash with the down smash, going to get quick percentage, but Nico responding back with a forward air. Does not extend the combo as Aries knows this matchup too well and is able to respond with an aggressive option. Now, Nico going to be eating an F smash as a punish for his own, taking a lot of percent here, but goes for the edge guard.
Oh,
he sends another.
He should have got it right at the beginning. That would have been a stock.
The pressure that he applied there is very important though, because it's going to make Aries play a lot safer.
He throws out the rock. Aries doesn't
Aries
play
with a teabag.
He doesn't do that. That's not an Aries playbook.
Aries with the teabag, and that was a huge disadvantage, but Aries throws out a pretty bad option there. The hammer, very reactable. Nico may be a little bit flustered, but not enough to be falling for stuff like that. And now Nico with an edge guard opportunity. He's going to get called out by the up smash, or the up B, but it's not going to send him far enough.
You know, in scenarios like that, Nico needs to go for the backer off stage. That could even kill at this percent.
True. And you know, the F smash gonna get shielded there. Aries a little bit hasty with that option, gonna be throwing it out with no real advantage to Crest. Aries getting a nice back air. It's going to do a lot of percent and has a nice quick disjointed hitbox. So it's a very underutilized option that we've seen so far in this tournament. Both players full hopping, but Aries reacting first. Going to be getting that forward air. And now Aries with the drag down. Going to really extend his advantage right now. Gets the up B off of it too. Nico sitting at a cool 86% here. Could definitely die to a hard read. For example, those F smashes that Aries is known for. But the Nico air out of field. That's a really good option that we haven't seen utilized yet.
Definitely, and I'm seeing one thing Nico's doing. They're both only going for the down air drag down, but actually Kirby's forward air drag downs as well. Nico's kind of throwing that out while Aries is going for the down air, and it actually takes priority. Oh my god, he needs to go for the second.
Follow it up.
Oh,
he goes for the back air, just
air.
gets the damage. You know, it's not a terrible option. He's still going to get some damage there, but really what Nico needs right now is a comeback, especially after air dodging into that down smash off the drag down. And Nico could be sitting on his tournament stock.
He just needs to focus on his mental here. Don't get boomed. Aries known for booming players. He's very, you know, gets in their head a little bit.
It's
Nico's
like,
got this, I think.
You can see that people play noticeably worse whenever Aries starts teabagging them. They get a little bit flustered, they start using these options too hastily, but Nico, he's calm and collected. Dash back into forward smash is going to end that stock early, and Aries DIing out, going to cause himself to die when he normally should not have. Now, Nico with the big combo, the down throw into the forward air drag down, but Aries responding, getting chip damage of his own.
Losers final on the line here. Super even game.
Game 3, last stock, neck and neck, Kirby Ditto. Nico gonna get that up, he's gonna be early percent.
Ooh. Oh, he needs to punish that roll attack, or that roll there. Oh, Aries playing scared, the double roll.
Absolutely, but the drag down for Aries is actually going to connect, and then he's going to tech chase with the projectile from the up B. Now this is again a extremely even game. A 0.4% difference between these two players here. Nico with side B, going to stall a little bit longer off stage. Now he's going to reset the neutral. Both of these players fighting for stage control. Punishes the forward smash attempt there from Aries. And now, both of these players, alright, kill percent, whiffs the forward smash.
He whiffed the punish there. That should have been Gabe.
Aries with the dash attack. Nico trying to reset the neutral here. Being on this ledge against Kirby can be very scary. He sees the roll, but he doesn't react in time. Dodges the down smash, gets the drag down. What's the option? He holds shield there just to be safe.
No! Oh, and Aries with the specialty. He just throws it out of the Both of the players were so nervous there, rolling all over the place.
It's just those high pressure situations like that where you see Aries does his best work. In all of these high pressure situations, it's like Aries is just a fearless man. Or Aries is just a fearless man. He's the only man that would go for a charged F smash when you're at last hit, last stock, in losers semi-finals.
Yeah, really playing up to his namesake here. He does not care. He's the god of war. He's a beast.
So
okay,
true.
And on that note, we're going to be going to break. We've got a bunch of good games come up here. I believe we have...
We're going to be watching Cameron Eichmann, the man who's been going on a tear through winners bracket, versus Lynn Valentine. And neither of these players have even dropped a single game this entire tournament, so stay tuned for winners finals when we come back from this break. Hello everybody and welcome back to the RAMily Smash Invitational. We are going to be going into our winners final match here, and we have two of the strongest players that are in the DFW high school junior high scene, and that's going to be Lynn Valentine and Cameron Eichman. And this is a really kind of hyped up matchup because we've seen both of these players have been absolutely tearing through the winners bracket so far. Neither of them have even dropped a game up to this point, but they're now in winners finals. The winner of the set is going to proceed on to grand finals, where they will only have to win one more set to win the tournament, while the loser will have to face Aries Tristan, who we just saw play in loser semis, in order for a chance to get the run back. So this is possibly one of the highest stakes matches of this entire tournament.
Yeah, and definitely the person who wins this is obviously favored to win the whole tournament because they are in winners finals. It'll be interesting to see what happens against Aries later on. I think that we know that one of these players is definitely a favorite based off of previous experience.
I have been obliterated by Lynn Valentine in the past. But, you know, Cameron Eichman is better than me. We're starting PS2, finally. You know, normally you see every single match start on PS2, and you can see just the movement that is already being displayed by these players. You know that it's about to go down. Lynn is notorious for this green inkling here. He's won like full high school tournaments with I think 50 attendees in the past, and he has notable results at many DFW locals. Right now, they're just playing to bait and punish right now. Lynn using Inkling's very difficult to read dashes in order to try and get an opening in on Cam's Mario right now.
Definitely the movement from both these players look like a whole different level from a lot of the matches that we've seen before today.
Yeah, you could just chalk it up to being like floaty characters, for example like Kirby, or slow ones like Ganondorf. But really, it's just like, there's a fundamental difference in the way that these players are maneuvering around the stage right now. And this is a pretty even game so far. They're both just getting in chip damage. Nobody really getting these big combo starters yet. And if you're Inkling, what you're looking for at this point is going to be some kind of read into the dash. Ooh, that's an edge guard. Yeah, Mario recovery, very exploitable, and Inkling's back here has a lot of disjoint. He's going to be able to call out those options off stage.
Yeah, definitely what Cam needs to be looking for after if he hopefully gets a kill on the stock is looking for those ladder combos off of the PS2 platforms in the middle of the stage. They're quite good for that. Obviously, no top platform, so you can't extend it all the way.
The up throw up air, gonna get some quick percent. Now dropping that bomb, it's gonna get ink and damage, and that's really bad. You don't want to be able to, or you don't want to be using that get up attack when there's a bomb on top of you. It's going to severely limit your options. So big mistake from Cam right there, and now Lynn is just really extending this advantage. He's got a cool 80% on Cam's second stock right now, and is looking like he could.
Oh, the raw down smash.
He gets hit by a raw down smash, gets caught lacking in the middle of the stage, but now gonna get the up throw. Up throw upper, not gonna kill yet.
This is where Cam needs to get his combo game going right here. Oh,
and that's going to be another stock. So now Lynn is going to be really looking to build up this ink onto Cam's Mario right now. Building ink at early percents is going to allow combos like this with the platform extension to do 45%, and that was without ink. With ink, that would have done easily 70%. So Cam right now needs to really hit a big combo. The roller going to force out the option of the shield, but Cam trying to find an opening for this grab right now, but it can be very difficult on Inkling because of that dash animation.
It's just so hard for Cam to get in here.
Yeah, it's just the movement that is being displayed by Lynn's Inkling right now. You can see why it's so difficult for Mario to set up these combos in the first place.
Luckily, Cam not covered in too much ink, so it could be winnable still. He just needs some really big combos, and I mean, he's obviously down 2 stocks, and right now he's in
but now,
range.
Mario is at up throw up air percent, but Lynn gonna hit a backer, actually going to take him directly out of that percent, so Lynn now has to look for a raw kill option. Fortunately, Mario off stage.
Back air to nair. Done.
Mario off stage, you have plenty of raw kill options with those aerials. That's going to be a quick game 1 for Lynn. And really, it feels like they are operating on a different level of efficiency right now.
Yeah, really what we're seeing here from Cameron is once he gets off stage, there's not really anything he can do. Obviously, that recovery is so linear. And I mean, there's just not much he can do against a character like Inkling, which has so much vertical mobility, like an invincible upbeats, just get out of jail free card, and those aerial attacks just come out so fast. There's not really anything Mario can do to challenge that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I think this is a pretty favorable matchup for Inkling because you beat Mario on disjoint. Although Mario's backer is extremely fast and is an insanely reliable option, Inkling's backer has so much disjoint that you can really just space him out. As long as you're spacing your aerials, it can be very difficult for Mario to get an opening. Then on top of that, a lot of Mario's early like combo percentage relies on being able to get a grab. You know, if you can hit that grab, you have up airs and then your platform extension, and it's going to take them to like 80% if you're lucky, but none of that matters because Cam is going to switch it up.
Yeah, Cam pulling out the Young Link here, and we're on Town and City. I think this map is definitely favorable for Lynn, though, because he's got those platforms to extend combos, whereas Cam, he doesn't really get those horizontal combos too much on Young Link. It's a lot of vertical stuff.
That being said, Lynn does have a option for extensions at low percent because that platform in the center of the stage is going to allow Lin to be able to grab center stage and then be able to extend the combo as well. Whereas on Pokemon Stadium 2, you had to grab him more towards the edges of the stage while facing a platform in order to extend that combo.
The tech chase is so good from Lin here.
Yeah, Lin going to be trying to reset the neutral, and where Young Link really shines is when those projectiles start coming out. Off stage against Inkling going to be very scary, but Cam is going to be able to make it back safely.
Yeah, definitely a less punishable recovery here from the Young Link than Mario before. I think he noticed that when he swapped it up.
Absolutely, and Lin full sending that down air off stage, unfortunately.
Scooped by the up smash.
Yeah, that up smash scoop from Inkling can be deceptively large. But you know, something we actually haven't seen that much yet is that Lin is not really utilizing the roller, and I think that that could be an even better way for him to extend his advantage in this matchup. Because by using that roller, you force them to commit options that may not be wonderful. For example, you know, if you don't shield the roller, you're going to be taking a quick stock.
Cam doing a good job here of just forcing Lin into bad position. He takes a stock there, as you can see. Once he gets Lin into like a bad position on the edge of the map, it's really easy to keep him there with the projectiles. And then once he finally gets in, to just throw out a smash attack like that and take the stock.
Yeah, and Inkling can definitely start to struggle against some of these zoner characters because Inkling doesn't have very good zoning tools of his own. Like, you do have the Splat Bomb and you do have the Neutral B, but realistically those don't present much of a threat when compared to something like Young Link's Fire Arrows, which that Neutral B from Young Link is going to be able to extend into a majority of the aerials in his hit and start huge combos at low percents. But a throw into the bomb is actually going to deal a quick 30 to Lin with the help of a little bit of ink.
Yeah, and Cam just needs to play a little bit safe here, but I mean, he's got the advantage right now. He's got the lead at the moment, so it's looking a lot better on this Young Link than it was before on the Mario.
Yeah, and it's this Young Link where Cam has really started to find his own. It may also be due to the stage because like the platform layout and then the blast zones are very wide as well. So you're not going to be getting gimped this early. Like we saw 2 gimps off stage, sealed stocks for Lin in the last match, but this time he has yet to get gimped off stage, I believe.
Oh, you say that, but... Oh, man.
Yeah, that Splat Bomb from Inkling, it travels pretty slow, but it does huge knockback, and it travels in like an arc as well, so it can be very hard to predict where it's going to end up. That's something that comes only with a lot of experience fighting against Inkling. Again, that bomb, putting ink on him at early percent, dealing 42 already on this stock. And now Cam is under a lot of pressure to end the stock, but that multi-hit up smash, going to do it. Throwing up the bomb, but Lin comes out so aggressive with the immortality from respawning. The bomb into the up air, almost going to kill. Now, gets a grab. Not going to opt for the back air because he's not near the ledge. Going for a gimp, but ending up just backing off, giving him a little bit of space. He knows he's at high percent here, and a straight forward air or back air off stage could absolutely end this match right now. The landing hitbox on the up B, not going to connect.
Oh, misses the punish.
Cam throwing out these boomerangs, trying to zone him, lands with a nair. That's very lucky. If he did not hit that nair, he would absolutely have lost that stock to an up smash.
So
but again, these arrows, these projectiles, you see like Young Link gets so much value off of these. And again, Lin's trying to extend his advantage there, but the boomerang coming back on stage is going to prevent him from doing that. Lin approaching here, throwing out a raw up air, kind of getting desperate. The back air not going to kill yet. That's another advantage of being on Town and City for Cam here. Throwing down the bomb onto stage, goes for a boomerang, but gets called out. Lim is playing really, really aggressive right now, trying to rush down these projectiles as much as possible. But as a result, is actually taking a lot of poke. He's actually at 69% right now. Cam does have rage as well. That 81 off of 2 arrows, and now Lin is in a pretty difficult position to down air. The lingering hitbox is going to stay out. Cam posted up, looking for a multi-hit up smash or looking for a confirm into an aerial. He fakes it.
He misses it.
Calls out the...
Oh! Is this best of 3 or best of 5?
This is best of 3. That's
brutal. But I think that really Cam knows what he needs to do here to win this match. If he can get it back in losers, it could be winnable for Cam.
Cam definitely looked stronger than anyone else against Lin so far in this bracket. I mean, you know, Lin has been on an absolute tear. We know he's a little bit goated with the sauce. You know, he's got a little bit of swag.
I thought they might be running it, but
okay, I was about to say this is not best of 5. But you know what? It's going to be Aries versus Cam in losers finals, and the winner of that is going to get the run back against Lin Valentine, kind of the reigning champion of these high school esports tournaments here. But you know, dethroning him, I don't think I've seen a player get closer than Cam was in that game too. That was a pretty solid display, and really at the end there, it was just he got so close, but yet so far. If he would have just called out, like he successfully baited out the air dodge from Lin in the middle of the air, but then just wasn't prepared to chase to the right when he landed.
Yeah, definitely. I think that it's just, he needs to zone him out a little bit more and press his advantage when he gets it. He missed a few combos that could have set up the kill to win the game. But I think, let's see if he can bring it back get his revenge in the winners finals, maybe win this tournament. But first, he has to get through Aries in the next round. So we're gonna go to a break while they warm up for that, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to the RAMily Smash Invitational. We are finally going to be moving on to the losers finals. We only have 2 matches left to show you today, and there are only 3 players remaining in this bracket. We have Lynn Valentine, who is confirmed for grand finals on winner's side, who is going to be facing the winner of this matchup that we have on stream right now between Cameron Eichman and Aries Tristan. And we can see that Cam is actually hovering the Daisy, something he hasn't done all day, going against Aries' classic, tried and true Kirby that he's made this losers run with. So what are your thoughts going into this match?
Definitely Aries, we've seen him, he's made the super long losers bracket run. He's played a lot more games than Cameron, so he may be a little bit more warmed up. He's got the momentum on his side, and he's been playing this mental game all day. So let's see if he can do that against Cam here.
Yeah, and coming off a loss can be very devastating, especially for someone like Cameron. He played his heart out last set, brought it to last hit, but couldn't clutch it out in the end. But now pulling out this Daisy is either a sign of confidence or perhaps could be a big mistake. Starting off here, fishing for those down tilts. As we know, Daisy can get huge combos off of those, but it hasn't pulled a turnip yet. And that's actually a huge tool in Daisy's kit that he's missing out on right now. Because Aries has just been all up in his face. He hasn't been allowing him space to do so, and once Cam does get the opportunity, he instantly throws it away. Aries, playing around these turnips very well right now, so far has managed to dodge the path of these throws.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe Cam likes the Daisy matchup against Kirby more, because obviously we saw his Young Link was very good last set, so maybe he just doesn't like that matchup so well. But we're seeing how this goes here. Aries obviously playing quite well right now.
Yeah, Aries so far taking a pretty decisive lead, throws the turnip and then follows up with a dash attack by forcing Cam to waste some frames by picking up that turnip. So now, Cam getting stuck on this platform here, and Aries is looking for some way to close out the stock. Goes for the drag down smash. Aries classic. We've seen spot dodge down smashes and drag down smashes almost every single set that this guy has played.
Really, I think Aries has just gotten better throughout the day. You know, his first set, he wasn't looking this good. He was throwing a lot of bad moves, a lot of punishable moves, and as it's gone on, I think he's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, you can say he's playing significantly safer, and it might be because he's respecting the option of the turnip a lot more. But, you know, he's still up to his old antics. As you can see, throws out the F smash, goes for a hard read, but ends up just getting sent into disadvantage. Cam follows up with a nice back air to ledge trap him. That's going to be a stock. We're going to bring this back to a pretty even game here, but Aries has a bit of a percent lead, but the down tilt going to lead into huge combos. He's float canceling with these nairs. Doesn't get the extension, but still, that's 34% off of one down tilt, which makes you think, what can this guy do if he has a turnip in his hand? Because a lot of these Daisy combos are going to hinge off of having a turnip available. You know, throwing that out as a frame one option, going to let you extend combos sometimes to 80%.
And really, we're seeing Cam's combo game really good here, but like, he's still getting hit by a lot of these stray hits that Aries is throwing out. You know, it's been working for Aries all day, and it's not a difference in this game today, right now.
Yeah, it feels like on a technical level, Cam is obviously like, Cam is pretty significantly ahead of the competition that we've seen at this tournament. Like, you know, float canceling on Daisy, and then being able to maneuver so well, like being able to match movement with Win in the last set. You can see that he's a really experienced player, but again, it's just like, when Aries throws out some of these options, it feels like nobody is expecting it.
Yeah, I mean, Aries just throws it all the time. It's been working for him all day. But you know, Cam, he's really playing a little bit more safe count and then punish.
Turn up into fair. I don't think that's a true confirm. Aries gonna get a dash attack there, but good DI from Cam, gonna bring him to the corner. He's gonna live this for just a bit longer. Aries with the down air, gonna be taking that stock.
Saved him! Oh, brutal.
And now Cam has been gifted an opportunity to extend his lead on the stock right now. Aries only has 5% on him. Cam hits a back air though, gonna be another 10. Not much extra credit, but still, he does have a tiny bit of an advantage. Now, Cam can still be looking for these combo starters here. Goes for the up air. Instead, I think he's opting for stray hits here. He's going for what he knows is safer, because fishing for those combo starters can result in you losing neutral a lot more.
Yeah, really this is a little bit closer than we're expecting, but Aries throwing out the easily readable plays here. But no punish from Cam so far, too much.
Aries with a double roll into down smash somehow works there, but at low percent, not going to send Cam very far. Cam has just been racking up percent on the stock through his projectile play. He's been controlling center stage the entire time. Aries just has not been afforded the opportunity to get in, and when he does, he overcommits like you see with that F smash right there. Going to be an easy grab for Cam. Now Aries has to try and maneuver around these turnips as he wants to get back on stage. Aries catches the turnip midair, going to be throwing it away, not gaining anything off of it. But Aries does now finally have control of the stage again. Gonna hit a dash attack. With this rage, he could wrap up the stock. He could wrap up the stock at maybe 80 or 90% with a strong hit.
Yeah, he's just getting back to stage easily here. Oh, and that's it.
Yeah, that forward air is such a strong option. It does have a lot of startup, but it hits like a truck. Especially on a lighter character like Kirby, if you're at 140% off stage, there's no way you're living that.
And obviously Kirby, one of the more floaty characters, so he can't drop below it in time. And it covers such a wide area that it's a really good option on Kirby off stage. You can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a very difficult option for Aries to try and maneuver around, but being that he's one of the more experienced Kirby players that we've seen here today, and has made it the farthest in the bracket out of all of them, I wouldn't be surprised for him to try and find some sort of counterplay. For example, he could, since it is pretty reactable, he could air dodge through it, and we have Luigi. Cam is just playing mystery heroes at this point. He might as well just be choosing random.
He's
but
flexing on him.
You know what? He's having fun with it. Luigi, obviously notorious for the 0 to death. Grab, down air, nair, down air, nair.
Up there. Oh!
Kenshin. Oh my god!
Oh.
Man, that's 82%. Congratulations. You are about to lose the stock. Yeah.
That was pretty sick, though.
I think Cam has realized that Aries has a lot of punishable habits, and then just pick the character that can punish the hardest. Now,
But-
one thing Cam does have to be concerned about, though, is that Luigi's recovery is pretty awful.
And it's really punishable by Ares. Oh, that's stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really punishable by Ares' down air here because it lasts so long and it really cancels Luigi's up air. Or up B, rather.
Yeah, Luigi's uppy, even if you get hit with it off stage, unless you get hit by that sweet spot, it's going to do like 2 damage.
There it is.
And barely even hurt you.
Oh,
It's going to be
missed it.
dropping the combo, though. I don't think Cam is quite the Luigi expert. I think his Young Link is probably his strongest character, so he's not hitting these combo extensions perfectly. But still, any kind of combo game on Luigi is going to be significantly outweighing
Oh,
what
the
Kirby
misfire
does.
might have messed him up there.
He
gets
makes
back.
that back.
Ares needs to cover, and Ares needs to edge guard this Luigi here. Oh, the mix up
Cam
from
hit
Ares.
too greedy there with the Cyclone. Cyclone does have a lot of invulnerability at the start of the move, but if you can bait it out like that, it's going to be an easy punish because it is very laggy. Cyclone is a very high risk, high reward option for Luigi. Again, he gets greedy, goes up in the sky, but Ares is telling him, you know, this is my territory. Anything above this top platform, I control it. I have the 6 jumps, I have better mobility, and I have those vertical options.
Oh, but he takes it. You know, really here, Cam is just like he's gonna start to read those plays that Ares is going for mid-air, and Luigi just has so much punish potential that it will lead to a ton of percent.
Cam is cooking right now. You see, he's staying on the ground, going for that grab.
This is the nair.
He gets the down air, but he's not going to get the short hop or the fastball in the air. He's going to keep going for these grabs here, just trying to control the center stage as much as possible, but because of this, Ares is actually racking up a lot of percent, and Ares is now successfully anti-airing him with these forward airs.
He's got to push his advantage though.
Gotta get the grab though. Not gonna be able to lead into a whole lot though, because he does have rage, and Kirby is pretty floaty. Going for the back throw here does have a lot of launch distance, but Kirby's not quite at the percent yet. Gets the down air into forward air. That's gonna be a quick 20. And now Ares really has to worry because this next hit could end the stock. A down air or a down throw into Cyclone.
Ooh, the raw forward smash again! How does he keep hitting these?
Ares just throws him out. Man has no fear. Now, Cam is at 0% here. So Ares needs to be looking for some kind of a drag down. There we go. Doesn't get the grab though, but falls up with the forward tilt. But overextends, gets caught out by the forward smash.
Post game came down to last stock. So we're
It
gonna see
did.
a rematch for grand finals.
I mean, there was no other way we could have it. Lynn Valentine and Cameron Eichman, probably the 2 best players we have here. They've made it the farthest in the bracket, and after taking that decisive 2-0 victory in losers finals, we're going to see Cameron Eichman move up to grand finals to run it back against Lynn Valentine, the Inkling player, when we come back from this break. This one is longer.
Oh my god,
When we come back from this break.
This break that we're gonna go on in 5 seconds.
This break,
break.
that even
5
now.
seconds. 5,
The break that we're gonna go on.
3, 2, 1, break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome for the final time back to the RAMily Smash Invitational here at Apollo Junior High. And we are finally heading into the highest stakes match of the day, which is going to be Grand Finals. We have the run back from Winners Finals between Lynn Valentine and Cameron Eichman, and we are just going to start strong. Lynn pulling out this classic green Inkling that he's been notorious for, and Cameron pulling out his most successful character from the last set, going to be that young Link.
And this is going to be, if Cameron wins, he's going to have to reset the bracket. So he's going to have to win 4 games to win this tournament here.
And this is still going to be best of 3 in Grand Finals. But since Lynn has come to the Grand Finals through winner's side of the bracket, he only has to win 1 set. Whereas Cameron Eichman, coming from the loser side of the bracket, will have to win 2 sets against Lynn in order to take home this tournament. So we're going to be starting off on Pokemon Stadium 2, classic, neutral stage, beneficial for both parties. Cam instantly throwing out those projectiles, going to be trying to zone out Lynn as much as possible. Lynn responding with a Splat Bomb of his own, trying to get early ink.
Such a fast-paced game here. Such a big difference from like the Kirby games from earlier where there's lots of floaty characters and slow moving.
Yeah, and now something we're seeing is actually Lynn throwing out that jab, which is a really strong option for Inkling. He didn't throw it out much in the last set, but it's going to get inked really quick at low percent, and also it's a multi-hit move that starts on a really fast frame. I believe it's frame 3 or 4, so he's going to be able to throw that out as a burst option. That's going to result in all the damage he does on Cam while that ink is still on him being much greater. Goes for the up smash, but doesn't angle it right. He's not close enough to get the follow-up there. Manages to land a raw one in neutral though. Now Cam has ink, and he's at a super high percent here.
And
it's a raw F smash, gets the
state.
tipper on the paintbrush too. That's going to take the stock quickly. Now, Cam might be getting a little bit flustered here. He's at a huge deficit as far as percent goes. Lynn instantly responds with a grab, up throw, does not get the extension, manages to reset the neutral with stage control though.
Cameron needs to set up some combos here with his arrows. That's where young Link really specializes.
And something that you see that Cam could take advantage of is that Lynn is not spacing his back airs that much anymore. Like, you see that he's landing directly on top of Cam. I guess out of fear that Cam would try and dash back and take an option. But Cam could actually take advantage of that and instead move forward when he predicts a back air coming through. Like, if he sees Inkling facing backwards, he can move forward and then get a hard read off of that.
Yeah, and Cam's really starting to set up these arrow combos here, but it's just, you know, he needs to get the kill fast.
I think a lot of Cam's game plan just relies on being able to hit those arrows. You saw last game, or you saw last set that they played during Winners Finals, when they were on Town and City, that every time Cam hit these arrows, he was able to extend it into, like, aerials, maybe even kills on some of these occasions, or at the very least, like 30 or 40% of damage.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, oh, that up tilt's gonna kill. But Young Link really good at ledge trapping, but unfortunately, you know, Inkling is so good, has such a good recovery that's really hard to punish, even on Young Link.
The double dare is going to do a quick 25, but also with the rapid jab going to be an easy shield for Lynn. Unfortunately, rapid jab is a pretty high risk move if your opponent shields it, because you're going to be in shield stun for a long while, allowing you to get strong punches such as that Inkling F smash.
Absolutely. I mean, I really kind of want to see Lynn go for these rollers here, because it's kind of hard to punish, but I think he's scared of Cam's arrows going into the combos.
Yeah, it could be. I think Roller does out-prioritize
that's what I thought as well.
arrows.
So I'm wondering why he's not going for it so much.
Lynn has been very hesitant to throw out the Roller here, I guess because he's taking a lead even without it. I think if Lynn ends up at some sort of disadvantage throughout the set, then we'll start seeing Rollers come out more as he tries to force more options. Lynn going to be fighting to try and take this ledge, trying to keep him from getting center stage as much as possible. You see, every time that Cam is camping under one of these platforms, trying to get arrows, bombs, boomerangs off, Lynn is going over the platform and landing in center stage for that control. And again, ledge trapping, that Splat Bomb, going to send him almost all the way to the blast zone. Going to respond with a sweet spot forwarder, even at 180 across the stage, that's going to be killing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a little for camping. Oh, he needs to grab that.
And Lynn now going to be looking for a grab. He has Rage here, but is still going to be able to extend off the platform. Up air. Up air. Oh, he goes for the neutral air conversion, but doesn't send the right way, so he's not going to get the back air off of it. So ends up losing a little bit of percent on that punish, but now doesn't go for the rapid jab either. Lynn kind of dropping these inputs here. He could definitely be extending his combos a lot better, but regardless, is still at a huge lead.
Oh, he needs to keep on that ledge trap. He's backing up and giving him so much space that Lynn just gets on stage for free almost.
Yeah, it's like every time Lynn throws out one of these Splat Bombs, it feels like his batting average as far as projectiles go are just way better than Cam. Like Cam,
that does such good DI from Lynn there.
It's like Cam's projectile game is quantity over quality. He throws out all these arrows, bombs, boomerangs, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, every time Lynn throws out a Splat Bomb, it feels like it gets so much value. Whether it be stage control, percent, ink, anything that he needs, that Splat Bomb is provided. Again, he uses the Splat Bomb to take so much space on the stage there and reclaims control of center stage, but Cam maneuvers over the platform to take it back. Throwing out that up smash, going to clip him at the very end, Lin tries to challenge it with a back air, but no amount of disjoint can stop that sword that young Lin casts.
And this is winnable for Cam. He just needs to maybe get him off stage, get a good combo, and then gimp him maybe, or just kill.
Lin with that up tilt, gonna be getting him into the air, but no follow-up, trying to bait out an option. Cam, unfortunately, doesn't bite. Cam, now it's engaged, goes for the down air, doesn't connect, doesn't get the tech chase. Gonna be ink on him, but doesn't matter at this high percent, as damage doesn't matter as much as kills. Now, Lin, looking to control center catches the landing with the up smash.
That move is busted!
That scoop hitbox on Inkling's up smash is just devastating. It picks you up and throws you directly into the sweet spot of his up smash. You know, normally, as an Inkling player, if you're throwing out these up smashes in neutral, a lot of times what's going to happen is they're going to end up in the outer ring of the big explosion over your head. And that's going to result in you not getting launched very far. But if you hit them with that scooping hitbox that's directly in front of Inkling, that's going to cause them to be launched directly into the center of your up smash's hitbox and kill you very early. Like you saw there, he died at I think 120% with no rage on the Inkling. So it's a much easier way to confirm the kill.
So very interesting changes here. So they went to Smash Fill, which is surprising because I thought that Cam was really doing very well on the Town and City earlier, and they're both swapping up their characters as well.
We're now going to see Lin moving on to the Cloud, which I don't think has been debuted in a serious tournament match that he's played before. All the serious matches that I've seen him play, he's been going with this tried and true Inkling. Cam, in return, going to be switching up his character now, going for the Mario. So, Cam getting a grab early onto this platform, extends with two downers, extends with the uppy. Going to be a quick 40% on the kills. True and real.
I mean, I really think that this Mario is a good pick against the Cloud here because Cloud wants to play safe. If he's playing Young Link, they both want to play safe, and Cloud just gets free value from his limit charge. So Cam can just rush him down here on this Mario.
And I think this also removes a lot of the barriers that Cam was struggling with when he was playing Mario against Lin's Inkling. For example, he's able to get those grabs and get those combo starters much more easily now that there's no difficult dash animation coming out from the Cloud. Cloud is a very simplistic character. His strengths are simple in that he has a sword that does a lot of damage and has a lot of disjoint. He has big hitboxes, but not many other strengths. And so Cam is able to approach this with his game plan, or without his game plan being interrupted very much.
One other thing we need to watch out for is Cam on the Mario has a lot of gimp abilities, and obviously Cloud does not have very good recovery, so it could be a good opportunity for, you know, a water jet or a cape to just finish off stock.
A water jet could absolutely be devastating for Lin on this Cloud right now.
Ooh, nice.
But Lin catches him with the back air, sends him to the blast zone. Lin now has the limit. It all depends on what he does with it here. Going to use the projectile, just get some damage, get some stage control. Somehow does not get the follow-up second hit on that up B. Kind of unlucky that Cam ends up popping out, but Lin already clawing this back to an even game.
Yeah, definitely an even game here, but I mean, it really just relies on Cam being able to push his advantage and get these combos going.
Absolutely, and Cam now looking for just a way to get back on stage. You see that Cloud has these huge hitboxes that he's throwing out, like that forward air covers virtually every option that Cam can throw out at the ledge there. Although the forward air may be laggy, the hitbox is huge and the consequences are devastating.
Really, I don't like this map pick that much from Cam because, Lin's just options here, they cover so much of the stage and it's so hard for Cam to get any sort of position here.
But that quick back air from Mario going to be giving him an advantage in situations like that. One of Cloud's biggest enemies is the shield. Cloud hitting shield is punishable in virtually every single instance. For example, you saw Cam was able to get a full back air off there, and at a higher percent like we're seeing right now, a back air could very well kill.
Yeah, but definitely at these, a bad DI, he could have lived there. At these high percentages, Lin just wins these matchups because he just has so much more raw hit potential.
Yeah, Cam now looking to try and seal off the stock. Mario has a very strong forward.
He lives.
He's already at 75. Lin tries to send it with an up B, but instead just fades back to the stage, goes for the forward air. He's in full gimp mode.
He needs to get a kill here.
Cam is at 90% off of that one disadvantaged state that Lin was extending so well. Lin goes for the read, Cam almost falls for it, lands with the down air. Goes for the down smash. Okay, Cam at 90%, but he does have rage. I don't think you can combo all the way to death with a ladder on this map, but you can certainly get a lot of percent, so Cam could potentially even this up with one grab, but he misses the grab, and that's going to be an easy punish for Lin. Lin, now with these dash attacks. As we get to higher and higher percents, they're going to be more and more difficult to DI, as it can be very unpredictable depending on where Cloud is on the stage.
He needs to get a gimp or a combo going right now.
And Cam, you see he's just fishing for these grabs over and over and over. But Lin, he knows that that's the plan. He gets the grab, gets the down air, goes for another down air, but doesn't extend. He's not going for these up air ladders, and because of that, he only gets 20% after fishing for all that time.
Misses limit.
He gets the upper, but again, he's just not extending. He's playing so safe right now. He's going to have to win neutral repetitively in order to make this match play with the forward tilt.
Oh, back the eye
The
hit too.
hitbox is huge.
Yeah, Lame can just throw out these moves and then Cam can't get in. I think that's game.
And
isn't it?
that's going to be the set. It's going to be a quick 2-0 for Lynn Valentine, really just displaying all the skills that he has in this game. You know, his Inkling was schmoovin'. His Cloud, you could tell that his neutral was just superior. Really just a dominant run from him. Did not drop a single game this entire tournament. So a big congratulations to Lynn Valentine for winning the RAMily Smash Invitational here at Apollo Junior High. So congratulations to Berkner High School Esports for sending the best player that we've had to compete here today. And that is going to do it for the RAMily Smash Invitational. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Congratulations to Lynn Valentine again for taking home the win here. And we will see you guys another time.